All right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome back to Magnus Opuli. We're going to jump right into the next exciting D&D session. However, first, as always, the recap of what happened with our adventures last session. Anybody want to do the recap?
I got this one.
Ooh, Frask has it. All right.
Yeah. So let me see how bad I do.
In character recap or just recap?
So after vanquishing a bunch of not Zerg, whatever they're called, in the desert around an oasis, we were approached by a man who...
You get it. If no one else helps Frask, if Frask can remember what these creatures are actually called, I will give you inspiration.
They are called the Sandmeisters.
No.
Starts with an A.
The Aberranths.
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I don't know.
Humanids.
Good try, man.
Okay.
Humanid.
They were cumin. So after we made them into paprika, we encountered this guy who was like, nice dead bodies, ignored us, started like pulling scrap metal and stone and things that I guess he'd already been collecting from a nearby ruins. And we were like, this guy's weird, so we followed him to his ship that he was talking about and his daughter that he was talking about, and we get there, and there's a bunch of people working on a really weird ship that's just stuck in the middle of the desert. And it's a really weird ship. Frask takes no interest, Blake's skeptical, others approach. Musketlon falls in love with the ship and wants to serve it and fix it and make it his baby project forever, and we all end up getting on board. Most of us end up resisting without even realizing some sort of mind effect. And then as we get on board, we discover Crystal Spider that can talk and is like ordering people around, and then is like, what are you doing here? Get off of our ship. And then we meet, like, I think we met a copy of someone, or like saw someone. It was like, hey, we just saw you a second ago. And then we meet the Navigator, who is an ooze that can make copies of people, and the original and the copy both serve him in the ship, and he pilots this ship. We don't really know much about the ship, but we got ideas about what the ship does, and yeah, that's what we fought it, but and then it basically was kicking our ass with its minions and everything. And it was like, yo, how about instead of us all fighting, how about y'all piss off? And we were like, we can't leave these people. And he's like, well, just find me other slaves to replace my dead servants, and then you can have them back. And it's like, cool.
All right. And y'all were, if I recall correctly, you had a little huddle outside the ship. Yeah, so does anybody have anything to add to that?
Oh, for sure. We named the camel Wednesday. I know that's a big stopping point that we all need to make sure everyone knows.
This is essential to party morale.
See, what was it? The guy's name was Malchus. He was the main NPC of the boat. The NPCs did confirm that these are the people from Iltosh that were missing. And specifically, they said, because we went back and forth on the dialogue, if you can find the labor necessary to fix the ship, I will release the thralls. And then we discussed a couple of different options about, like, talking to Balthazar, but then they said they need thralls to operate the ship, or so the spiders said they need thralls to operate the ship. So the idea is that there needs to be some sort of an exchange going on between the Iltosh citizens and the whoever is taking their place, basically, which is part of the dilemma. Does that sound about right? I believe the last things you said were, what alliances can we draw on? What relationships can we use to solve this problem?
All right, and here you are.
And here we are.
As you stand next to this ship, the laborers
Contemplate how burnable it looks.
have all drawn inside. But yeah, you hear if you stand there for a few moments, you will hear repairs begin underway again.
I'll say that we need to take a long rest, probably for most people in the group, because we didn't get one all last session or the session before that. So there's a lot of people without spell slots, without hit points, and not in a great place. And as far as we know with this thing, we have more or less an unlimited time schedule to get it, quote unquote, thralls. Does anyone have any ideas as far as like what we might be able to do to do that?
I don't have an idea, but I do have a question.
Burn the boat.
That was Blake's idea.
Hey, I've met you in meetings before.
Yes, Don Sorgo has a burning question for Blaine. They were so peaceable. And then you went into that room and we were fighting. What exactly transpired there?
Absolutely nothing. I opened the door and shit got wrecked. To be clear, 8d10 psychic damage got wrecked.
What the hell is a D10?
Okay, sorry. Was that in character voice? Let me bring it back out. Sorry, y'all. I walked into that room. This is Chase speaking from Texas. saying that Blaine walked into that room and took 8d10 worth of psychic damage immediately once he crossed the threshold.
I just wanted to be sure this wasn't
It's a stand your ground.
The narrator voice, yeah.
Okay, I just, as a player, I just wanted to know, is this the third time Chase has tried to TPK the party?
No. Like I
think
Helen was originally trying to get in there.
Yeah, actually, I think this.
Chase doesn't have to try to TPK the party. It's instinct.
Helen tried to get past the Malchus guard number 2, I think.
Success.
And then afterwards, yeah, he originally said no, and then Blaine said that I think there was like he was on orders from the spider. Walked in the door, musket launch on the side, and this big ooze is there, and he immediately takes like I think 40 something damage.
Okay.
It was just like, oh hey, walk in the door, boom,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, well maybe I can stun it instead of just dying. That didn't go so well.
Yeah, if you don't want to get shot, just welcome your ship overlord.
You know that wasn't even an option.
Mm-hmm. Learn from me.
Well, technically, you can choose.
Musketlon is wise.
Fail saving throw.
By Musketlon is wise, I mean Musketlon has shit.
Well,
wisdom
I did fail
table.
that saving throw. That's why I took the 44 damage.
Also, what is Muskelon's wisdom? Probably
10? A 9? A 10.
A 10. I feel, with
Not my
Muskelon is
absolute
not
thumbs
particularly wise.
I feel like Muskelon's gonna die from his like own creation exploding at some point. It'd be a fitting way to go.
I mean, ideally, how else would he want to go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if he actually
Being launched from that thing.
if he dies, not that way. We are going to put his turret on a boat. And
Yeah, that guy that kept scamming all
ocean and never explode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy that kept
I
scamming
think
all
we all
the
agree
flat
on that.
earthers to build air-powered rockets. That's the Musketlon dream.
Air-powered rockets. You mean jets?
No, like there was the guy that like he blew himself up the other year because he would get donations from flat earthers to like create a rocket, which was basically a giant pop bottle rocket.
Yeah, a steam rocket.
That.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously in Dungeons and Dragons, the Earth is a cube.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all sticking around the ship, or
I will definitely retreat to a safe,
The better than burning
mind-numbing distance.
Do you guys think they might take somebody with a finite term for their slavery?
Probably not, because they're trying to travel once they get the ship up and running.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
they don't. If they're
30
taking
years.
They said they need the thralls because the idea is that they get the thralls, they travel.
Yeah, I
The
don't
thralls
get
are basically
the
their
sense
slave
that they think of the thralls as people.
They're not. I mean, it's
Oh,
part of-
yeah, they don't.
Who made friends with the zombie fucker at the party?
you did.
Oh, right. I made friends with him. I should go talk to him again. Maybe he could give us
That's
some of the
right.
zombies.
He wanted you to be a chair of some sort, and so we've got to trade.
Oh, you're talking about
Ooh.
Balthazar. I think the issue we had
You
with
have a tough
Balthazar
hide.
was that
Yeah,
it
we
was
already
rugged
owe him
furniture.
one.
well, that and the spiders said they needed thralls, and we were wondering if undead could be thralls. Like if they leave the planar system, do they stop being controllable?
I mean, I don't really care.
Sounds
at
like
that
that asshole spider that needs the burns problem. Also,
Well, I
we should
mean,
just burn them to the ground. That's
I
really
personally don't want a really angry ship that is now mobile to have a vendetta with me. But
You know, it's not mobile. A pile of
I
cinders.
mean, I tried to burn it last week, and y'all were like, "No, don't go Bortles on it."
Well, I've come around to your point of view, and I've admitted that I was wrong. I'm a bigger man for it. You know, no tight jokes allowed. But yeah, it's true. So let's do that.
I think it's a magical artifact, is what they said last week, and the likelihood of that. I will say though that Malka shared that the bugs don't attack people near the ship. So if we wanted to be roughly in the same area,
Some bombardier in
rest
it
in.
with fire, you say? I just happen to know a specialist.
I was just saying if we wanted to get a rest in, particularly in an area that's not going to invade us with dangerous bugs, we're kind of in that area, and
Oh,
we're
yeah, we
on
should definitely
terms
rest.
here.
Even if we decide we're gonna try to fuck the guy up, we should still rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all in agreement. We like set up a little campfire here. Okay,
Or you just
We-
gonna camp
we
right next to the
discussed
ship?
we need to sleep on our decisions.
Yeah, I mean, we'll still set watch like usual because don't trust
Yeah,
the
it's a
goo
good idea.
monster.
It's a good idea. I'd say we set up at least 30 feet away from the ship, maybe more.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just thinking of last time with our
Yeah.
accidental.
What you will see while you're like setting up camp 30 feet away from the ship is some of these people do man the guns on the on the ship. And
Just
then,
snort
Back,
the
back here,
guns.
back here with Plantain and Wednesday, where there's no ballistics on that side.
yep, that's probably all you can see from there.
Yeah. Okay. Plane's gonna move up there where it's safer.
You're 30 feet away from the ship? Yeah.
I'm about to be. Boom. There we go.
Yeah, all of you are about to. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're gonna move that way behind the ship.
Yeah, because there's no ballistas this direction.
Sure. Yeah.
It makes a little sense.
There's a whole party. I'm gonna assume the whole party.
I mean, I can't drag them all, but yeah. Oh, look at that.
Okay. What? So you make a kind of camp.
Campfire and.
Yep.
In the middle of the desert, maybe some of these broken stuff that they haven't gathered already that they think
So
is just
you'll,
unfixable scrap.
while you're making your camp, Malchus is going to approach.
Which one? 1, 2, or
You-
3?
Cannot tell.
Can I tell, having
Somebody have a sharpie.
having been on the inside, do I have any insight into any of that?
Wouldn't 2 and 3 have a little tail? so to
Yeah, is
speak?
there a little tail behind him?
Does he have a thread of goop to connect it?
Yeah.
That requires perception check. This one does not. I'm
Does he
just gonna give it to you because it's all
Okay.
of you.
I was gonna say,
this
this one
one-
sulfur.
This one does not.
That was the other thing he didn't let us do.
Sorry, can you repeat which one does not?
The one that's approaching you does not.
Oh, approaching us. Gotcha.
The simulacrums. From the description, it said that I didn't read last time because we were all in combat and shit. It says that they smell of sulfur.
Do they have to stay on the ship because they have to be within reach of the tendril?
Yeah.
Okay.
The clones have to stay within some zone of the ship. The
Oh,
remote. So I think the navigator gets 3 copies of Malchus and two copies of everyone else. One of which is goop. For everybody. Does that sound
Navi-
right?
The navigator gets everyone who's enthralled by the ship,
Yeah.
and then a copy of anyone who he's hit with his mind blast.
Memory
Right.
drain,
Plus,
yeah.
plus Malchus. There's still only 2 Malchuses. It's just that one of them he can leave the ship.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So what is okay? So we're making a camp. What's
yeah,
Malchus
Mal-
doing over there?
Malchus walks up and says, It's
Rask makes a fire.
disappointing what's happened.
Good job.
You do make a fire, yeah. But I trust we can come to a sort of understanding. We need food. At least half of us need food.
Oh, right. Does the navigator eat?
It does.
Does
Not-
it eat food?
No.
Does it eat memories?
Yes.
That sounds bad.
Yours were delicious, Blade.
You're welcome. Not really.
He gives you a wry smile.
Did he really like the time he almost killed
Now-
his dragon?
This is a mechanical question. If I would have saved my wisdom saving throw, would he have gotten fed and I would not have taken 44 damage?
No, neither. You would not have taken 44 damage, and you would not have given up your memories. Neither of those things would have happened.
Oh man, I should have gone on.
Okay.
Somebody who else is wise? Just.
I'm pretty wise, actually.
Oh, that's
Uh,
true. Monk is
I'm
Dex plus wisdom, right?
16.
Frask is plus 4 wisdom.
Damn, Frask.
It's my one good stat.
Wise, not smart, but wise.
Damn.
No smart.
Street
He
smart.
says, "But we take a long view of things, and we think that you can still be useful to us."
Well, we'd love to help. See, the problem is, I think slavery's wrong.
And we're gonna smash your little spidery friend and crush him into little bits because he's a fucker.
Well, let's
Agreed.
See, the lizard man's with me. He's an excellent judge of character.
I don't. I think maybe we're hasty with the spider. Does the spider have a name?
We just call them both the captain.
Okay, so the captain.
There is the captain too.
Parentheses, 8 legs.
The spider
Oh.
speaks for the captain.
Yeah.
He's the captain adjunct.
Assistant to the captain.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's the assistant to
Yeah.
the captain. He's not the assistant captain.
Captain. Assistant to the
He's the
captain.
assistant to the captain. Yep.
Spiders are to be bitten, not to be allowed to bite.
I'll leave that.
You are welcomed to try.
No, this would the navigator / captain. I don't know who makes whatever. Would they accept a finite timeline slave?
I mean, all of our thralls have finite timelines. This one's only expected to survive another 40 years.
Yeah. What I
We're gonna kick this evil can down the road, or are we gonna burn the can?
His daughter,
know-
though, probably another 70.
Yeah,
yeah.
Don Sorgo, remember your pledge.
Oh yeah, I know.
I belong to a sect of people who seek out new information, and I'm sure some of them would love to go traveling with you, as long as you let them retain their memories and release them before they died.
We
Interesting
would be
prospect.
amenable to this.
Well,
I guess on the condition of non-thralling.
No, they'd still
No.
be thralls. Oh, yeah,
just let them keep their memories and
yeah, they can keep their memories. They'll have to sign a gesh, but they'll keep their memories.
sign a what?
Gaze.
A gesh?
Sure. Is that a pledge?
That's the thing
Remember-
you did. In, like,
Oh, I
session
don't
one.
think he was
Yeah.
there for that. Yeah.
Oh, you weren't. Yeah, that's the thing. They almost
Who,
killed
who had the gesh?
Redmond.
I think
I had
Yeah,
one, right?
Yeah, it
Was
was,
it you?
It was you, Neil.
Yeah.
this was Dermond.
Yeah,
I
Dermond.
think Dermond.
Redmond, yeah.
I think Griswold gave you the
Yes.
because you had the contract. That's right. I
Yeah.
made the contract for you that
They
you
had to
signed.
deliver arms. If you didn't, it was like a bunch of psychic damage every time you did something against it.
Yeah, you had to deliver
Until
the
you
weapons
died or did.
until you died. Yep.
So we just did it, right? That
So,
was
I mean,
early.
yeah.
Oh man.
We did do it, and then Kasich died of a basilisk.
Yeah, I think this is something
Unintentional
that
consequence.
if
I
Helen
get it,
were
yeah.
if Helen were a dwarf or some other creature with a long lifespan, Helen would do this. But
She should-
I'm a human, so
Yeah.
He'll say, deliver unto us. Bring those people here. Bring food. We're running out of food and fresh water. Our our workers won't survive for another week without supplies. So I'll have to keep sending this one out, and he'll kind of motion to himself to try and keep us all fed.
Can we get a
Question: what is the policy on diseases?
What do you mean?
Get them
As in,
in
if
your
they
willy.
were to have diseases, would that be a problem?
As long as it doesn't endanger their lifespan.
I mean,
I
nothing
actually
knows,
don't know the answer to that.
Leprosy. You can
Yeah,
live a
we
very long life with
absolutely
leprosy.
don't. Well,
Just give them the leprosy.
with
Give
magic.
them all lepers.
Or whatever's going on in that one quarter.
West
Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Florida.
sure they would
West
love
Gate.
to get rid of some of those
Jobs,
folks.
a jobs
Okay,
program.
well, I think we understand the parameters. I think we're happy
Slavery.
to help. Well, I'm happy to help. I can't speak for everybody, but I think we need to discuss things amongst ourselves.
Okay. It says, if you bring new thralls, we will release these.
How
If
many
you
thralls
bring-
do we need?
Food, we will reward you with something else.
Okay.
How many thralls do we need to get back the citizens of Ishbiltosh?
You need 4.
Okay, that's what I need.
Yeah, there's a couple things. I don't know how I would get in contact with my home temple.
Yeah.
I don't-
How do
Go
you
back
think
to
you
the city and someone can cast sending for us, right?
probably? Yeah.
Drop a gold piece or something.
Yeah, I think
So-
somebody like the post office could cast send message, right? Like,
Yeah.
I just Helen
We
doesn't
should just find that
personally
place.
have a spell to communicate at a distance.
Is post office a grand wizard?
Marcus,
40 years.
Mostly conjuration.
is there anything else you want to
oh.
send to? You want to say to Malchus? Yeah. Malchus.
Yeah, anyone else?
Okay. It's gonna say.
After he
"I've spoken."
leaves, Frask
I-
turns to the others and says, 40 years is a long life for a human.
Yeah, I can't
Perhaps-
do that shit.
Perhaps this is not the worst for them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chicken and egg. If they chose this, that would be fine, but they didn't, and I don't.
Condone.
I can't condone. I can't allow that. But I know a bunch of nerds that would love to zip zap around on a weird boat.
You
They
guys
went
talk
out
among
pretty well.
yourself. I have a child related issue. I'll be right back.
So I got
Don't we all?
I got 3 ideas I'll float, and we'll
Great.
see which catch. We go to Alto or Eltosh and find anybody that's like there's gonna be sentenced to death, and instead give them a life sentence on a ship. So about
It's
the
not bad,
citizens.
actually.
Yeah,
That's an
I
option.
don't know. Do we know?
Yeah, I
The
don't know.
thing
That's
is,
why I wish John was
I
here.
thought of this too, and my problem is how would we have it? We don't have an inn. We're kind of whatever the like base level for people who are respected in Alto. We are below that.
Well, I mean, you have me. I'm obviously well known.
Well, of
Right, and I'm the hero of the city.
well,
I've just seen my name on all the walls.
So that was option 1. Potentially getting like hardened criminals that were supposed to be sentenced to death to become thralls
Mhm.
as a way to serve their sentence, and who knows, maybe they'll have a phantasmagorical like amazing
Honestly-
journey ahead of them.
This might be a bit out of character for my character, but they're very capitalist there. So if we just are like, hey, if you pay us a little bit, we'll take these guys off your hands in a more
Yeah,
humane way.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
yeah, that
So in the exact same manner, you could do the same thing with the lepers. Although they are not necessarily guilty of anything, so that's your own moral quandary.
yeah.
And this is where
Helen's not okay with that.
this is where option 3 comes in, and where I didn't know what constitutes a thrall. I figured if you got thumbs and you got fingers, and you can move, you're probably capable of being a thrall. So we could abduct a bunch of monkeys from the said oasis, and bring them to the ship.
I
That's
think they
option
need-
3.
It depends on how advanced these monkeys are. Like, can they use tools? You know.
I mean, monkeys can,
It
yeah.
will feast on
And-
the memories of many bananas.
Many
It-
poo tosses.
It will.
Yeah, you get the impression that there's an intelligence floor that you have to hit in order to qualify as a proper.
See,
thrall
that's
for
why
this
we
guy.
need the DM here. What's the intelligence for minimum?
Yeah, like does Frask meet it?
Yes, good question. Good question. Were all these like checks in vain?
Frask has to at least have like a 6 intelligence, right?
Yeah, Frost, what's your intelligence score?
It is 6.
Oh, cool. I was wondering if I had the lowest attribute or if we're tied because I also have.
No, I rolled a
Crabgrass.
6.
Yeah.
Same.
And as a celestial mount, Crabgrass also has a 6 intelligence.
Oh, yes, you have a
Like,
lot in common.
Frask does not qualify as a thrall. They would turn him away. They'd be
Wow.
like, "Nah, it's not gonna
So
work
wait,
for us."
does he
Oh,
have to
man.
make like wisdom saving throws, or is he just below the threshold?
No, it's not. It's wisdom, not intelligence for the
Oh,
mind.
I'm sorry.
So yeah. So
Yeah, it may be that if he fails a saving throw,
They would enthrall
Oof,
him,
no.
and
Right.
then it'd be
Yeah,
like
they're
he
just like,
can't even
nah.
operate anything, and just send him to die in the waste.
Okay.
So of those options, which sound like good ones, or does anybody have any
Kind of
additional?
like either the
options?
prisoner one or if we can get to Helen's.
Bros.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
those are all good ones.
some of the other followers of Insert God here. Like Helen is
It's
very-
God
it
sounds
matters
like
a
the world's
lot.
best porn star.
but unfortunately, it's some fucking dwarven name I can never remember. Doug Marin Brightmantle.
Doug Marin Brightmantle.
Yeah, he's a dwarf. God.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that was Frask.
I have a whole
You're-
backstory that makes sense with it. But
I believe you. I would say Frask has a way to reward them at least, so that we can get away and unharmed and sleep here for the night and get a long rest in, with his water that he is.
oh, that's
or
right.
Some of his water that he is saved.
The water that you stole from the commons.
And
I do have
giving back
water.
to the commons.
do you have food?
We have
uh,
like a half a goat.
Frask can hunt.
Yeah, we could-
It's true.
I think we could give them enough of our rations to make it back to the city.
Yep.
And then acquire more rations, right?
Absolutely good.
As a show of good faith. And then the well water,
Don't wanna.
like dust water, whatever. You know
Yeah, I
what? Is that what you said, Muscalon?
Don't wanna do it. Still mad at him.
What if
What if we
Wait,
only
so-
give him the
so
really
they
bad
still-
food?
Is Musketlon
And I
still
can fart
enthralled?
on it.
fart on the food, the thralls won't care, Muscalon.
Okay, I'm gonna fart on the food.
Please do.
Blake's gonna take the rune mentioned from last episode and touch it against Musketlon. It works.
I
All
was
right.
like, what the fuck are you
Does
talking about?
does Musketlon actually laugh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. It's your own joke, so if you didn't laugh, I'd think you were still enthralled.
It's a very useful stone.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
Muscalon, I just think if we get these folks away from our area, that they'll save people in the long run.
Yeah.
I don't want these. You were enthralled. You don't want these people to starve just because they're. being
Not entirely.
Yeah. Also, if they let you repair the ship, you could figure out some new technology that you could.
No, I
Yeah.
understand that whole piece of shit up and died down and turned over. I don't need that help. I want to smash it. But we'll get there. It'll happen. Just give it
Okay.
time. I'm a patient man.
Oh,
I believe in
next
you,
up?
Muscalon.
So, do we want to head to Alto? Do we want to head to wherever the hell we were heading before?
All right.
Oh wait, we were
Yeah.
actually looking for the Iltashian citizens, which we found.
Yeah.
So I guess we'd have to return to some sort of town to see if there are some like death row inmates or lepers or some shit that we could
Yeah, I think we could go back
make
to.
offers.
Ilitosh doesn't seem like it's big enough to have a
Probably not.
prison,
Yeah.
so we probably have to go to
Uh,
Alto.
But you're saying that the monkeys did not meet the intelligence parameters?
No, it's not gonna work.
And Frask, are you willing to give them some of your water?
Rask thinks longer than it takes most people to think, and then says, "It can be done." But
So
but
do you do it? How does this
but
automatically work
there is
out?
no such thing as some of this water.
Do they need all of it or none of it?
Did you lose your magic dust?
I mean, I don't know how
you
you
get
were
it
gonna
back?
Trask pulls out the marble and says,
a marble.
"Inside of this is a great amount of water. Once it is broken, it cannot be contained again."
So they need to build a swimming pool.
Doesn't sound like our problem.
Nope.
10 barrels should do.
It's a lot of
funnel
barrels for a
system.
marble.
I mean, where are you gonna break this thing that it fills equally into 12 barrels?
Oh, that's their problem.
Yeah, it is. I feel like this is also how you deliver like an explosive to people. It'll give you water. Just break this, and then you just walk away.
Yeah, put it in somebody's bag of holding, and then just.
Not my problem.
Um,
Or I mean, like if it breaks, I guess in the bag of holding, yeah, that'd be a problem.
mhm.
That'd be a disaster. We're not gonna do that. I need that bag of holding. Although that would severely fuck up that ship.
So
I
you
actually,
guys- what
So
are you
wait,
guys
what's-
handing over?
Yeah, what's the current plan?
let's say we take a long rest and think it over.
Okay.
Is it agreed? Oh, great! Look at that. Roll some hit dice and.
Yep. So go ahead and take take a long rest if you're camping for the night.
Yeah. And you don't roll hit dice for a long rest. You
Yeah.
You just
get all
So
your.
make sure you delete your temporary hit points because I will. If we're
There were a temporary hit. Oh yeah, for
from the
AD,
cannon, so yeah.
5. Yeah.
Is
The
that
healing cannon.
What is which bar is the temporary hit points?
There's a box.
The one right below
the red
current hit
circle
points.
should be.
Red.
Just
yeah,
do it on
the
your
red
sheet.
circle should be temporary.
What's blue?
Blue is your AC.
AC.
Oh, okay, that's handy. At some point, I'll play a character that has armor.
All right, so we're healed up. Get my key
All right.
points back.
I think we should, to make a show of faith, I think Frask's water,
This is a good
and then
idea.
whatever
Yeah,
rations
whatever.
we can
Yeah.
spare.
What do we say? Give up half our rations each.
Yeah, I mean, we have. I'm sure we have enough for a long journey, and we're just gonna go back to Alto.
Yeah. Everybody give their farty half.
Oh yes, at Muscalon, I didn't fart on mine. Would you like to?
How
Yeah,
about this?
take
Just give
care
them
of
the
that.
ones that'll make them fart
Whoa,
on the boat.
whoa. Who are these folks?
Gotcha.
They were
Yeah,
not
so-
on there before.
They were not. When you wake up, you see 2 new simulacrums on top of the shell. They're no matter what their token says, they're the same like yellow-skinned Gith-esque people armed with bows.
Yeah,
Interest-
it's
Oh, wait.
it's a side point. I'm gonna talk to you about the gifts.
But did you say there's
Yeah.
hippos
a
and
whole
bows?
different
Bef-
subtract.
before, how many were Gith? I thought that all the dead bodies were Gith, and all
The
the,
dead
living
bodies were
ones.
good.
We're good.
I thought I thought all of the living ones were the villagers.
They were.
So
Yeah,
now there's
and
Gith
it's-
again.
Gith-esque.
Are you asking whether or not they're real or simulacrums?
Well, I'm just confused because I assumed that once they died, they couldn't be simulacrums.
I mean, maybe you should go in and check it out.
Maybe you should ask him.
Maybe you
okay,
are
well-
curious why they might want canopic jars of people.
Well, I assume it's just magic reagents.
Or it's made of people that they could recreate.
Okay. Doesn't bother me.
I mean, yeah, it does not bother me.
Okay.
Hi, Cat.
So
Hi, Cat.
I think we need to not all go to give them the supplies because I think they'll think we might be trying to attack.
So send Frask because he's unthrallable.
Well, Frask is
Bless him first.
our special little angel. I'm not sure we should send Frask on a diplomatic mission.
I mean, he has the highest wisdom, and you can bless him.
I mean, I can go. In theory, we're just dropping it off, right?
I
And
think
everyone
if you
likes me.
if you communicate to Frask very clearly in simple terms what you want, then he can parlay it in simple
Go give the
terms.
marble
Well, do you want to go?
to the people on the ship.
If
and come
you
back.
ask him to, you are his clan. Like he will, or his adopted,
Oh.
clan. So he'll do things for you.
What is the name of your clan now?
I mean,
I
it
just
was the
figured we could
Achata.
try
You guys are not the Achata, so whatever
I know,
you guys call
so-
yourselves.
I
Like
know.
a
I assume you're
temporary
gonna.
clan.
I mean, I assume you're gonna come up with a draconic name for whatever we choose, anyways.
That's
so
a very
um,
good point. But like,
yeah,
yeah.
think about it. Think
It's
about
a
it.
draconic name for a Datalon 5.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
Oh, man.
I will just come up with a draconic name for all of you, and I'll know what it means. That's what I'll do.
I'll give you a moment to think about that. Either way, I think he's the best candidate.
Frask?
Yeah.
I was
I
just
mean-
mean,
Because he has a great wisdom, and you can give him a bless on top of that to make sure that. He doesn't get-
I don't think he needs it. Okay,
Okay.
Frask, could you deliver this food and water?
All right.
Inner marble.
While
Remember,
we're
we're aiming for peace, so try not to,
Hurt
fight.
or eat anything.
during our long rest, I also want to do some infusing and tinkering with people's gear. So I will continue to infuse my weapon with repeating shot. Let's see, Don Sorgo, your primary weapon's a sword, right?
Rapier, yeah.
Yeah, it now is a radiant rapier.
I like
you do
radiant.
gain radiant weapons. It's a +1.
It's fun because you have radiant
To
damage
attack
anytime
and
you want. 'cause You're a
damage.
paladin.
And a +1 attack and damage rolls, and you can 4 times do a charge. Here, I'll just copy this into the thing.
Yeah, thank you.
All right,
It's
Frask, so you're-
he's literally the only person who uses a weapon besides Musketlon.
So Frask, you approach the ship. Malchus will come and greet you and say, "You've news."
I have come to deliver these. And he lowers all of the rations onto the deck. And this. And he hands him the marble.
What is this?
Water. Enough for your crew for a week,
Yeah.
at least.
How do I use it?
You smash it. But it will come all at once.
So you better have a bucket, you daft bastard.
He says,
a lot
You
of
hear
buckets.
from off in the distance.
we thank you, and a deal is a deal." And he'll disappear into the ship for a second, and he'll come out with a little bundle.
Oh, Frask already left. Frask didn't understand that
You
he
get a
wasn't
reward.
picking
You
anything
get a
up.
reward.
Okay.
No, but
If
Frask
Frask-
didn't
if I see
understand
Frask
that.
leaving, I'm gonna walk up.
Frask
There was a
was
reward
told
for
to
bringing
deliver.
food and
He was
water.
not told to trade.
Yeah,
So-
Malchus is like
I mean, it's not trading. It's a reward.
following you.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll go.
Frask will realize he's being followed and then stop to see why.
Someone has definite.
Malchus will say, "A deal's a deal," and we'll give you a bundle, which it looks like a tent.
Oh,
It looks
Fast-
like a small tent.
Frask receives the tent, looks at it, looks at Malchus, and does a tongue flick.
He's done.
Gives like the slightest of bows, and says, "May this keep you comfortable on your journeys."
All right.
Is there anything
Uh,
special?
okay.
Is there anything
Small
metal
tent.
inside of this tent, or is it all
They
like
changed
natural ingredients?
It's wood and fabric, but it's fancy. It's fancy,
Fancy.
fancy fabric.
Fancy, you
Ooh.
say? I hand it to Helen when Helen shows up.
I would say there's like gold in it. There's precious metal like woven into it.
Ooh, no, I
yeah.
definitely give it away.
No thanks.
Not for
Okay.
me. Mm-mm.
Great.
It's like
Okay.
gold plated onto like the wood stakes and stuff, or the wood like poles.
No,
Now,
Okay, I'm gonna
vegans
go back
and
to the group.
organics.
too much for Frask.
If you guys don't mind waiting an hour, I can cast Identify as a ritual
Who needs a tent? Just
On
bury
what?
yourself in sand a
tent?
little bit.
on the tent.
I mean, let's assume that Malchus came out there early before we were about to sleep, and you cast it already, and then we took a rest, and we decided to go after that.
Sorry, it will take me 61 minutes to cast Identify as a ritual.
Will you allow it? Hi, DM.
Yeah. I mean, if you just stay around, it's not like you're gonna get attacked.
Yeah,
All right. I'm
Okay,
going to
yeah.
type this to
Boop, boop, boop.
Helen, and Helen can explain what it does.
yeah. It was much more fun with Mathis, because Mathis would just not. He would lie if he had a reason to. Actually, Helen would too. It's just that her list of reasons is a lot different. I really liked playing a chaotic neutral character. That was fun.
It always is.
I feel like for new players, chaotic neutral is like the most fun.
I mean,
Because you get to do anything, basically.
it's the most fun for everyone.
I was new at 5e, but not
New with alignment.
the last
Yeah.
D&D I played was like 3rd edition.
Back in the day, 2003.
Something like that.
I feel like that's around the time. 2003,
That was a very chaotic neutral party, it felt
Fuck.
like.
2004 is when 3.5 came out, I think.
I think it may have been 3.5. Was
Oh, Blaine.
3.5
Okay.
was weird. Yeah.
Double checking my table of shit, Blaine. You'll notice that your sending stone is now also just a plain stone. So that is no
Oh,
good.
nice. I
Yeah.
got a rock.
Is this something that like goes away at some point, or
If at the end of a rest, if I reuse my infused
great.
items
One
at a time,
rock
it just fades
done.
away and they go
Added to
become
inventory.
mundane
Okay.
again.
that
so you give it and you can take it away?
rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I
And
die, they
what-
go away.
What
I think
about
I'm
my
going
fart?
to surprise the group with that. Next time.
Okay. Yeah.
What about the fart stone? Do I still have that?
You still have the yeah. That's a basic tinkering, not a infused item. So that's always good. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I should really add that to my inventory.
Okay.
Fart stone. Got
And
it.
you know what? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll cast cantrip on the other stone too. So now it's a magic stone, and if you throw it at people, it'll do 1d6 plus your spellcasting mod.
In the next minute, so hurry.
And
The
fart?
next minute. Yep.
Oh, I definitely throw it at Musculon.
Ow!
Rain.
You bastard!
Does it still fart?
Are you asking me if it stacks?
No, I mean, he said the fart rune stays because the
I
tinkering
was
thing.
talking about the sending stone at the fart stone.
I see.
Oh, no, I'm not throwing a sending stone.
Okay.
I'll throw the fart rune stone at you.
You can throw that at me and we'll do 1d6, but yeah, it would make a fart noise.
Okay, great. This is a great stone. We need to have more of these. Anyways, sorry, Helen.
Ooh, I could actually make it do a choice of an odor or a nonverbal sound. So I can make it either a literal fart stone or just a fart sound stone. So I really need to get you a
Fart stone.
pair. Not having, yeah. So now, yeah, I pick up another rock, give you one that does the smell and one that does the sound, and give them to you as a match set.
Yeah, you really put them both in one whoopee cushion.
And it's
I
perceivable.
really just see
10
you
feet
throwing
away.
a stone and then an image of like a whoopee cushion shows up in midair, and you're like, oh, huh, that's interesting.
The intricacies of
I don't get
D&D
it.
D&D whoopee cushions are very involved.
So do you guys want to go back to Alto and try to buy some
Buy some lepers. Let's do it.
murderers?
Say it like
Force the
that.
murderers, yeah. On that note, I feel like we probably need to tie them up because you're just asking for trouble if you're done.
Oh yeah.
Or suggest them if people we have in our group can use suggestion.
I can.
Are you just gonna go kidnap some people? Is that what's happening?
No.
No.
We're gonna find out the baddies and then suggest them that they have a better life.
Yes, we're going to
Out
ask
yonder.
for
No.
volunteers from people who don't really have other options.
Oh,
That
volunteers.
that is more like it.
Oh, this got grim.
We're gonna ask some.
I'm saying this ruefully because I am still a paladin, not 100% comfortable with this.
Can I
So,
take a personal
We're
side
looking
note?
for
I would like
indentured servants,
John
basically.
to pronounce this name right here.
Oh yeah, Sisientia Sassimas.
You practiced that, didn't you?
Nope. I just
He also
gave it
said
back up.
this is not
Yes.
Sassimas at the end.
No,
it's
it's-
Saminas.
Yeah, it's hard.
Seminas. That
Yeah.
was my first try.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
the
Sasquatch.
Good
first-
attempt, but I caught you.
The key is to
Oh.
say it with confidence.
Yes.
Yeah, you did. You
You
did
got
that.
it.
Good job.
All the
Yeah.
letters are silent except the last three, so it's just
Hey, yes.
Anything that ends in ass, you're fine.
Yeah, I think the idea was to go to Alto, find some like people that were definitely gonna die from the gallows or something, and be like, "Hey, we have an alternative punishment for these guys." That, I mean, it's not like the death penalty in the U.S. where it's like very expensive to get somebody killed.
Oh, it's so much worse. Okay, you're going back to Alta?
As far as I know.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is rolling that sweet survival check to get
Oh.
out of the middle
Frask,
of the
Frask
desert?
totally is, because he is great at it.
You are capital L lost.
Oh,
I mean,
I
you've
can't
gotten
be.
there.
I can't be lost if I've been over an area
Yeah,
before.
he can.
Oh, that's awesome then. Then you know
Yeah.
your way back. You don't have to. Can you link me that ability, by the way? Just want
Yes,
to read
it's
it.
called
Um,
Wanderer.
And we have been to that exact same area.
Oh man, and you can find food for us too.
Oh yeah, up to 5 other people each day. Which, if there's only
Yeah,
5
small game,
people on that crew, I guess I
which-
just
let's
spend a
just-
day finding food.
Let's
Prask
just say
is,
right now, you're gonna
Prask
do
is
all
providing
those
the
things.
food. Oh god.
I do. Oh yeah,
We're gonna
I-
be eating zerglings.
I mean,
I find
delicious
lizards. I find birds that are easy to catch. Eggs, you know.
You're
things like
an
that.
egg eater, I believe we established last time.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's not that difficult to find your way back to Iltosh and then back to
Oh.
Alto, because you left from Iltosh. So you find your way back to Iltosh. Is there anything you want to do in Iltosh before you continue on to Alto?
Yeah, it depends. I
We
don't
should
know enough about the
update the
world.
folks.
Yeah,
to know
talk to
that we just
Diggory.
have a line on this.
Okay.
Talk to Diggory in his reward jar.
I mean, we can ask if any of them want to volunteer a large portion of their lives, but
As
I don't
tribute.
think we're going to have a lot of takers.
I don't know. This place is kind of a shithole.
Yeah, all right. I mean, we'll broach the subject.
To be clear, if
See
a
the
bunch of
world.
monkeys raise their hand as tribute, does that count?
They are dumber than Frask.
Throw them in a barrel and throw them into the deal. Nobody complains about a free barrel of monkeys.
So who's going? So are you going in? To
Yeah, let's go into the studded oasis.
okay. So who's going?
Everyone?
I
That's
assume
what
we're
the
all
party-
just wandering
Yeah.
in.
It's
Okay,
a bar.
yeah.
I just heard it's a bar. Well, I'm definitely going in.
It's the monkey inn.
Yeah, Frask hasn't
I
had a
am-
drink in a while.
I am watching super carefully for anybody trying to get into my bags.
It's all right. Don Sorgo de Aleppo. Perception check.
Yes. Say what? Sorry.
They
Perception
stole your
check.
bunny.
A perception check.
For monkeys.
Poor quinoa.
I have things to do.
Oh, all right. We're just gonna
Wait.
roll it.
Is that a 2 or a 1?
Yes.
3.
I mean, I don't know if you had halfling luck. This was one.
No, it was not a.
Or lucky. Okay. Not natural 1. Okay, got
You
it.
know what? We're not in combat. I'm just going to use a luck and re-roll that if you'll let me.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Just burn it for the day because you had a
Yeah.
long rest, so you got them all
Oh,
back.
I have a question.
Yep.
Probably still
does
not
this,
enough.
Does this town have a well?
This town does have a well.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, Frask will be stopping by the well.
Okay. Okay, it is not enough. Don Sorgo, you a monkey jumps onto your shoulder and kind of makes its way to your other shoulder, and as you kind of like flick it off, you notice that there's another monkey like down at your feet, and you kind of like scurry him away, but that's kind of it.
Oh, great, and I wonder what's missing, but I don't know yet.
Can we make perception checks to see if they stole something from Don Sargo?
Oh man.
Nope.
Yeah. Against your passive, Helen, what's your passive?
My
Yeah.
passive is sick. Hold on. I don't think it's totally right on my sheet. It says 17, but I think it's higher than that.
And I'm 16.
Really?
Where would you see that on your?
It's below your skills.
Under your
It
skills.
says passive perception.
Yeah.
Passive
Oh,
wisdom
okay.
perception.
I'm glad you have a
Straight
17
10.
because I also have a
Right.
17. But I just said I'm going to the well, so someone else
Yeah.
has it.
What? Because it should be your perception. What is? Okay, so
10 plus,
What?
yeah.
it's 10 plus your perception.
Yeah.
Okay, mine's 22.
Wait, what?
I have
Ow!
the observant.
Oh, is that a feat?
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
It's dope.
Roll well, my little monkeys. Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Wow, actually, Don Sorgo would notice. So a monkey tries to make off with your holy symbol. They do get it out of your bag and is like scurrying up the thing into the
Oh, I would
rafters.
smite them so hard.
Well,
Oh,
It-
please do.
It's
It
not
got
evil
past-
to smite a monkey.
it got past your passive, so it has it, and it's scurrying up a timber.
So range attack.
Helen, you see this too.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna use the thing that Muscalon just gave me. I'm going to do that thing where I just flash a blinding light from it.
Ooh. Be dope.
That reminder here.
Radiant.
Radiant
Being
weapon.
hit by an attack, so I don't think.
Oh, well, I can still shed bright light.
Yeah, it says, and cause the attacker to be blinded until the end of the attacker's next
I think a
turn.
monkey has to actually attack me. I don't think that counts, but I can definitely turn on the
make
flashlight
it
and start
glow, yeah.
swinging into the monkey.
Isn't
You could add the dramatic effect for sure. Yeah.
isn't stealing from you really like an attack on your?
Yeah, I want to set a
Oh, that's
presence here.
impressive.
If I
Felt
want to
like an
steal something
attack.
from an enemy, and you're saying it's not attacking, based on this monkey instance, I'm gonna steal stuff from enemy
Yeah.
NPCs all the time. If you don't say this is an attack,
This is
But I'm also going to describe to this monkey how hard I'm going to smite it if it doesn't give that back. I don't know if they can understand me.
they don't, and sleight of hand checks are not attacks. There are no rogues here, but I'm not establishing that precedence because people don't get opportunity attacks on your failed skill
Can I roll
checks.
an intimidation
The
check?
GM will
Yeah,
not be
that's what I was
blackmailed
thought, yeah.
chase.
You absolutely can, Don Torgo.
I'm actually kind of good at this.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
nice.
Good.
Okay, so how do
you
you
monkeys? Give me
how
back
do you
my caps.
intimidate a monkey?
Like, I'm going to turn on, like, the radiant everything. I think I've even got, like, a divine something or other I can use to
You
do
have
the
an
same
aura.
thing.
You definitely
I
have
mean,
an
it's
aura.
a helpful aura. Oh, yeah, I've
And
got
a
turning on
visible
that. I've got
awesome aura.
the divine, not divine sense. What is it the clerics have? I've only got one of. Channel divinity. I can channel divinity to
Yeah.
like be radiant even more. And I'm just gonna yell at the monkey,
Thaumaturgy?
"You give that back, or I am going to smite you, like right over to that dragon turtle."
So the monkey, it doesn't understand what you said. However, it does understand you drawing your weapon and pointing it at it and becoming glowy. And you becoming glowy makes your holy symbol become a little glowy too. The confluence of these things causes the monkey to kind of like drop it, and it lands on the bartender, or it lands on the bar. Oh, the bartender's good. It lands on the bartender and it
dearie.
bounces off of him,
Dong.
and it goes like and it kind of lands on the thing, and he just kind of like is filling a mug and puts the mug down, and pushes it and the holy symbol over to you in one motion and says, "Apologies."
That's a free beer. Take it.
Yes,
Take
apologies accepted, and then I will stand down.
Why do you have only one channel divinity?
Paladins
Paladin.
only get the one.
it. For
Clerics
like,
get more than one.
a
Paladins
bunch,
only
yeah.
get one. Yeah. Paladins get two or more than one eventually.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah, they just don't get it as quickly.
Wow.
as-
Right.
Are there any obstacles at the well, or is the well unguarded?
Yeah, we could go to Frask. No, the guard presence is very light at Iltash. So like there are guards at major intersections, but there's not a guard at the well. There's just people coming and going.
Okay. Frask approaches the well. There's not a line, it sounds like. So he just reaches into his pouch, pulls out a pinch of dust and scatters it across the surface of the well. A, a volume equivalent to a 15 by 15 by 15 foot cube
Yeah, that's all before they're
decreases
gonna
from
drink
the
for
well.
like 3 months. Got it.
And
Yeah.
Frask begins climbing down into the well to retrieve the marble.
I'm
Okay.
going to continue to be lookout
Gotta
for
be a
Frask
better
while
way.
he does this, having known he's been called out on it once before.
So there are no guards here.
Alright.
They're just
If you-
like onlookers of like someone like looking on at like they're like watching.
He threw a marble in the well. He jumped in the
Mhm.
well. The fuck.
Yeah, so you
I-
climb down. Frask, as you get to the bottom, unlike the well in Alto, you didn't get a 15 by 15 by 15 cube. And there's
enough.
also no more water in this well.
Ooh. So it's a little dry.
Frask
marble.
inspects the bottom to see like how fast the well seems to replenish.
Roll me a survival check.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'll just give it to you. Yeah, not as quickly as like tomorrow when people like need their water. You think that someone's gonna have to dig it out if they want more water. It's just gonna have to go deeper.
Frask looks at the shitty, like half-size marble. And he scratches at
You can't
the
create water.
dust that did not form into a marble, like some dust that's just on the
Yeah.
bottom now. And
Yeah.
he scratches at it and like looks at it in his hand and sighs a lizard sigh. And then he just
What does that sound like?
and then he just pinches the shitty half marble and the water fills back up and he swims back to the top.
Oh, go! A round of applause for Frask making a moral
Making
decision.
a moral decision. Yeah.
Oh wow, guys, we had
So
a moment
proud.
there.
He
proud
thought
of you,
other people
Fraz.
were gonna die.
You
And
can
so
also fuck over the villagers. It's D&D. You can do what you
Yeah,
want. But
Keep in mind, there is a guard named something incomprehensible who is lurking around, watching what you do.
Not in this town, that's why I chose this town.
No, that's this town.
oh yeah, but that's the one near the inn.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't know about your water stealing ways.
So we're gonna go
Oh.
back to the party in the studded oasis. All right, your holy symbol's been given back to you, Dunsorgo.
I will say it's top of the hour. But
Oh, you're right. We should take a break.
All right.
fair. Looking out for the beeps.
Well, thank you, folks. I think we'll be back in just a moment.
Yay!
All right, welcome back. I think we are entering or at least we're talking to the folks inside the studded oasis. Helen, Blaine, Donsorgo, take it away.
Whose idea was this? Not mine.
Wait, did we figure out what they stole from them? Oh yeah, we got the whole.
Oh yeah, we
There's
got
a-
that back. I
the
mean,
whole
at
table,
this
yeah.
point, we're just sort of letting the bartender know that we found them, but
Leo, what do you say?
There's a cost. Wait, what?
What do you say to him?
Who, me or Don Sorgo?
Donsorgo.
Don Sorgo's great at this. Go ahead.
Yeah, Diggory just gave you your beer with your holy
Yes.
symbol back. He kind of glances longingly
Holy
at the
symbol
tip jar.
garnish.
It's got like 3 more gold in it than it did last time, which is a lot.
yeah.
That is 21.5 gold, by the way.
Well, I'll tell them we have tracked we've tracked down the girl.
Oh, you found them?
We found them. We were not immediately able to rescue them.
Are they
There is-
okay?
They're okay.
Are they in need of rescue?
They are in need of rescue. We are working on that now. For the
Huh.
moment, they are safe.
Well, if you know where they are, we could just tell Xenophon and the Hussars can take care of it.
Well, I think they may. That might be.
raise a mob.
I think we have a peaceful way. I think we'll handle it. I promise.
Are you sure? Because I'm fairly certain the Seraphim are.
I mean, we're heading that way anyway. We'll see.
I
We
think
think
the Seraphim might
peaceably.
accidentally kill them.
And we don't want to alarm you, but this is more of a hostage situation.
Yeah, let's say it's a soft touch kind of situation, not a charge in and make explosions kind
Let's
of
say
situation.
that they
Vicious
won't let me solve it with
incompetence,
fire, and that's a mistake.
We're not going to let him solve it with fire, and it's not a mistake.
One of these
He's
days,
kind of. I'm gonna
he's-
solve it with fire.
He's kind of nodding. He's like, yeah, fascinating. Is there anything more you can tell me? Like, what are they? Like, what? They're hostages? Like, who's their captor? It's a giant, isn't it? Those damn giants.
No, it's something weird.
I mean,
You're
we
not
don't
near
really
any
need to keep
mountains.
this-
What would think you it's a giant?
We
Oh,
don't need
they're-
to keep this secret from them, do we? Like, we can just tell them. Extra dimensional spaceship, crewed by slaves. They need more slaves, and they'll let everyone go.
Oh, I see.
Obviously, that's what we
So
told.
we're
Brad.
looking for volunteers.
He's not drunk. That's right.
So you're a crazy person. Is what he says.
Sounds crazy.
Actually, roll me a performance check.
Who?
Yeah, who gets to roll
Don
performance check?
Sorgo. Don Sorgo is
Oh,
telling him. So Don Sorgo rolls the performance check. Because he's trying to explain it in a manner that doesn't
I'll burn luck again.
trying to make it convincing. These rolls are
I know, right?
okay. A
Better.
17.
Come
This
on.
is believable. He doesn't accuse you of
That's
being
not what I meant
crazy.
to get fucked
He's
up.
like, that's really a ship. Are you sure it wasn't like there are ruins all over the place here? Are you sure it wasn't a ruin? Is it a ruin? Maybe it was just a
Show him
big-
some of the ooze marks we probably still have left over. See this burn?
He says, "Did you encounter any of the bladed dogs that people keep talking about?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that we
Oh, yeah,
definitely
we-
set on fire.
Yeah, we encountered them with swords and stuff. It was fun.
I live to tell the tale. You are quite the adventurers. So when can we expect to have the villages back? This
Oh,
and
no.
this could be yours. And he rattles around at the jar with like 3 gold in it.
Ooh.
Later? Not now. Not tomorrow.
As we have to go to the city and negotiate.
Well, is there anything we are people of simple means, but if there's anything we can do for you,
Do you know of any other water sources or wells?
oh, there's a well here in the city.
Aye, but beyond that, is there any rivers or streams nearby?
There are rivers. They're not nearby. The canal that they're building is supposed to be a brackish canal. And the river that feeds it is fresh water. So
Hold on, they're gonna bust down the Tipsy Turtle for a brackish canal.
it's not the water they're there for. They're not irrigating with it.
Yeah, it's a canal. It's not a.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah,
still
I'm
going to be a
still-
little salty about it, aren't
I'm
you?
still insulted.
Yeah, the River Ching is a freshwater river that they're going to turn into a brackish river after they dig the canal.
Yeah, I mean, unless you got some real shitty people that you want to trade for the people who are less shitty.
We're trading people.
I mean, that's an
What's the
option.
quality of your shitty people? And
Look, you got any murderers we can trade for?
No, we
Your
usually
friends?
if we have any serious legal issues, we usually send that to Alto under guard, of course.
Yeah, I figured. Well, we're off to.
But off to see the Alto.
any
kidding.
pedophiles?
What was that, Blaine?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, if you all, yeah, if that's it, then he'll bid you well. He'll offer you free drinks for finding them.
Oh. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. So
I mean-
three drinks come up.
It's so unfortunate that Brass was not here for this.
What? What?
Frask is at the well. Yep.
No, Musculon was watching Frask. If Musculon's there, Frask's there.
Musculon's
Yeah,
not there.
You two are at the well while they're in the
Oh,
Getting
yeah.
free
I-
drinks.
I-
yeah, while they're
Yeah,
getting
that's
free
pretty
drinks for their heroic activities.
Hell yeah!
Huzzah.
I don't get the free.
And then we go to Alto after rubbing that in Frost's face. Alright.
Well, you will, Helen, because it's your passive, it's your perception, which is just so stupidly good.
Bananas.
So you get served, and you're enjoying your drinks, and then the bartender is serving other people. But like what you hear as you're drinking your drink is the end of a telephone game that you can only assume started with the bartender and went through several people around the bar and had come back to you. And it's that there is a hostage situation where people are attempting to break out of an ancient tomb in the middle of the desert. It's camouflaged by a spell.
You have played the telephone game.
Well,
That's
shit.
pretty accurate.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do this, but I was playing with your lead. I was just going by you guys' lead. This is a mistake.
That's a bad idea.
Like, it's not like people aren't like announcing it, but they're like, "Oh, did you hear that?" And then it's just a little different every time it goes from person to person.
I don't know if
I
you
heard
should just
I
tell
heard it
them
was a crashed airship.
deliberate
No, I
false.
heard it was an ancient tomb.
Guys, we fucked up.
How's that exactly?
Get your MIB stick and just put.
Are you arriving, Musculon? You seem to be in two places at once.
Yeah, Musculon, you're at the well.
I'm still. Damn it!
Yeah.
Fucking
If
up is
there
where
was
I
a well on
shine.
this map, we would know.
Okay, I'm gonna cast suggestion on the bartender.
Okay. Let me bring up the commoner, the most used token in all of this game. Okay. What's the
I love how
DC?
friggin' shady the commoner is. Like, are all commoners that shady?
No, he's just a bartender, but I have to use the stat block.
Yeah.
All right, wisdom, right?
Yeah, it's a wisdom. I believe it's wisdom.
Oh, I don't have to bring up the stat block. It's just a straight roll for.
Also, I'm pretty sure the commoner wears lipstick.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Good.
Fair.
Just
If we visit Dewey like 4 times, you need to have a
Tell-
token for him. That's just fair.
Tell everyone in the bar you were just joking about the hostage situation. Don't tell anyone else.
Oh, he says, okay, ladies, lads, look, we like to
Wow,
spin
please.
tales here. I've told you a rumor heard from a monkey. Don't go wandering out in the desert trying to save your damsel. It's just gonna get you killed. Whatever's out there in the desert, there are no hostages, no tombs. He points at someone, no earth elementals, and certainly no giants.
Oh,
And there's
yeah.
It's not out that way.
Great. Peace. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Okay. All right, you get the fuck out. As you're leaving,
Enough doubt. That's all.
Frask exits a well covered in water. And you meet up with Musketon and Frask is looking disappointed.
Guys, let's not try to do any more good deeds before we finish doing our good deed.
Yes, I concur.
Okay.
John, is this generally going to be the sort of campaign where like actions have consequences? Because I don't know
I don't know how to deal with that.
Causality?
That reminds
What's
me.
that?
You told me my actions last week had consequences, and I would like to know what those consequences are.
You will find out.
I mean,
eventually.
before I die in a cataclysmic way.
Yeah, I mean, look, at some point you're gonna turn into a bunch
Give me a
of
heads up.
tentacles, so I'm just gonna have to get away with that. You're a changeling. Oh, you lost control of your changeling powers. So many tentacles. Wow, where'd this come from?
I mean, I would assume that would be part of the norm, but whatever.
Yeah. Honestly,
Alright.
it's my fault for in the last campaign not making my character turn into a bunch of tentacles. It set a bad precedent.
That was Jake from State Farm should have been a tentacle monster appealing to Cthulhu, and it would have sold the deal.
If you hadn't used your last level up to retire your character.
That's so true. That's so true.
Okay. What's our as we're like approaching the city?
Yep.
Guys, what's our plan for actually finding a?
Well, I'm sure the jail is known.
Do we want to head to
Yeah.
Sunset Gate and maybe find some like elderly folk or lepers, or do we want to go straight at Westgate? Or
In
Citadel?
world, I assume I would know the best way to contact my own temple.
Oh.
Yeah, you would just send you would use some kind of spell to contact your mentor.
Okay, would I just go to a temple to send that spell?
You could.
Because I don't personally have any communication spells. Unless when I say it's just not like a not on my character sheet thing I can do when I'm in a town or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say you could go to your temple, and especially for a knowledge domain, like there are people there who study this kind of thing, and they have a way of communicating, although it's not
Okay.
free.
What kind of price we talking? I mean, I'm
You
a
have
woman of the
probably
cloth, so
you got cleric guild privileges.
Yep. So if it's a sending spell,
Two gold?
no. So
Two
if
silver.
it's here's the thing: if you wanted to cast the sending spell yourself and to have someone scribe that for you, is like 400 gold.
holy shit.
If you wanted them to cast the spell for you, that's if you wanted to cast the spell yourself and have the message kept secret.
That's at least 600.
If you wanted to have someone cast it for you on your behalf, it cuts the price in half, right? So it's 200 gold, and you can have someone else cast it for you. And because you're a guild member, they'll cut it in half again. So it'll be 100 gold if you want somebody else to cast the spell.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's
I don't have that kind of gold.
That's a spicy meatball.
That's 100,555.
Is
Okay. Okay, I don't need it to be a secret. Sending. Is this an actual in-game spell? So
Yeah.
I looked up the rules. A
It's
scribe
like a
for
level
their
6
level
spell,
spell.
right?
Sending is a level 3 spell, which is
Oh.
500 gold, according to the rules. To have a scribe make one for you.
Hmm.
And then I just kind of went off of that. I halved it for casting it for you, and I halved it again for being a guild member.
Yeah.
Try the prison.
How? When you say a scribe, would I learn the spell if I was going to cast it?
No, they would give you a scroll that you would use.
Oh, okay. Okay, I
It-
see. I see.
Yeah, you go off in a corner into a secret place and use it, and then no one would ever know the message you sent.
I see. Yeah, that sounds expensive.
Or
Pigeon?
are you going to your temple to do this? You'll have to go into Alto in order to. You already know
Yes.
this place.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the things you already know. But if you're going to like the temple of Timora, who's your god?
My god is Dugmar
Dugmarwan.
Whitemantle. So that temple wouldn't be in this city because it's
Yeah.
a dwarven god.
Yeah.
But there would be another knowledge god.
Hold on,
I assume we're all
this-
pros.
This is a dwarven city.
Not Alta. It's a human city.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Just surrounded by dwarven cities.
No.
No?
I mean, Thindol is primarily a dwarven area.
The further you get south, the more dwarves there are. But I don't think
Wait.
Thindol is actually. We can get into details about that later.
Yeah.
So there'd be another knowledge temple there that you would worship at that has like at least a shrine to your god.
Right, yeah. I assume it's like the Skyrim temples that have like a bunch of shrines to associated gods.
Not sacrilege. yeah.
Okay. So as you enter the city, we'll just put you in. Do you come in through? Yeah. Importantly, where do you come in through?
I think we're going to come in through the Dawn Gate, right?
Yeah.
The dog gate. Okay.
Because we were just born.
And do you have? What have you done with Primus?
Shit.
Yeah, actually,
He
so
is-
this is an idea I didn't explore, which was giving them Primus and being like, look, if you can fix them, you can have them.
He's still a clucking chicken on the back of Wednesday now. As we come to the gates,
Okay.
getting all the details.
covered or not? Like, is he in a bag
Covered.
or?
Toad's covered. Toad's
Okay.
covered.
Covered.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah,
I forgot
the
there was like
conversation.
inspectors.
Yeah. Can you tell that the DM did not expect you to kidnap an NPC?
I mean,
Well, that makes 4 of us.
surprise. We're in the surprise.
Yeah. Oops. Okay. So you entered. The guards, they just kind of take note. There's not any special checks. They let you through. As you come in, it seems to be business as usual in Trade Town. Where do you go? To this temple, I assume.
Yeah, so I'm going to the temple. I know some of you guys are going to go to the jail.
Get there.
I'm
I
going to
mean, we
mention.
can all do this together. Like, we don't need that many people. We need like 4 people, right? So let's just try your thing first, and then we'll try the jail after.
It will cost me 100 gold. Yeah, I'm taking donations. You know, if you
I mean, set up on a street corner.
what was that?
I said
I-
set up on a street corner, but I'll give you 25
that's
gold.
great. Oh, well, that's very
I
generous.
have like 9.
Well,
Let's
keep
spend
your
all
gold.
9.
Yeah,
Wait,
keep
what?
yours. He
Okay.
made his gold all shiny. He made his armor all shiny. He needs to keep his gold.
But you want
Yeah.
mine, right?
I have some. Yeah, I mean, if you're offering it, I'm not
yeah,
not gonna.
for sure. You saved me previously with the diamond, I believe.
That's true. That was
you
a 300
recently
gold
got.
expense.
Yeah, I haven't paid you back for that, but I'm gonna give you the 25 now. So
Appreciate it. Thanks.
yeah, we're paying it back in installments.
Installments. Yeah, I assume Musculon just wouldn't give me money.
That's true.
Although
It depends. If it's a good cause, I like you. Don't have that much money is the big
More
problem.
PR than they.
Oh well, it's fine if you don't have that much money. I do have I have the money. I just don't want to be the party's rube. I don't-
So do you just ask someone where?
Yeah, for directions to the. I assume I would know the local knowledge domain god associated gods were, right? Like it seems like something I would know. I know lots of stuff. It's a thing.
You do. In Alto, things are a little different. I guess now that it's relevant, I should say that there are no temples in the trade town, and the only shrines or like statues are to the unknown god, like just a big faceless, figure with a sword.
Right, the god of the seraphim.
That's right.
Is it the same god of the priest that had no god yet, not yet named?
Nope, that's in the Sunset Gate.
Oh, so they have a different god in the Sunset Gate.
They have a different god in the Sunset Gate. That's
Okay.
right.
So there are 2 gods in the town.
Well,
Every town has loads of gods, but this one has.
Uh,
One of them is more predominant than ever.
and if you ask around, they would say like, oh, you'd want like that, you'd want to go to the ferry gate.
Okay. So we go to Fairy Gate if we want to actually like find other gods besides the 2 main pejorative ones. Just be honest.
Do you go to the ferry
You
gate?
mean predominant? Pejorative means like insulting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of where I was going because I feel like they're not paying tribute to the rest of the gods. But yeah,
Sure. Okay.
predominant.
Yeah, I'll go to the ferry gate. Does anyone want to? We're
Yeah,
all gonna
we'll
go
all-
together. Right?
We'll join you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Now,
go to this
paint me a
new part
picture
of
of
town.
the Fairy Gate.
Yeah, so you can tell immediately that something weird has happened in this city because at the edge, like there's a street, and then on the other side are just temples. It's temples to this god and that god. It's like,
Bourbon Street.
well, it's like all the temples are in one place, and it's all in the ferry gate, and it's not like, and the passive perception from Helen is good enough to know that like it's not all like the super legit gods either, right? Like there are some that look a lot more evil than others, and they're right next to each other, and they're all in this one place.
It's all about
It's
that real
it's
estate. Yeah.
weird, and people are coming from the trade district in, and there's a lot of like walking, to and fro, but it seems like all of the religious practice in this city happens in this district. That's
So this is
not
like-
too.
All Faith's Gate.
Yeah.
This is interesting, guys. You don't often see temples to Tiamat next to temples to Odin.
Yeah.
Does that mean they have your god here?
Yeah.
Christ, I don't know. Not Christ, whatever they call
Christ
it.
is Christ is there.
About to say.
Doug Marin, I don't know.
Not very popular, Christ, but he's got a
There's
booth.
a Jeremy Bearimy statue over there.
I'll look. Jeremy
you
Barry,
find,
the funniest joke in all of time. Sorry.
No, you're right. You're right.
so you would find your god adjacent temple.
Yeah.
To another god.
You do find it odd that like they're all here for some reason, and they're all relatively new. Is the other thing that you would notice. Like these are not old buildings.
This is freedom of religion in practice.
What land is this again? Is this? It's not Faerun, right?
This is
Yeah.
fair. Yep.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I find like an Odin.
You find
Uh,
everything.
By the
Yeah.
way, aside, it's really weird to me that the Norse gods are. A lot of the Norse gods are actually just part of the D&D pantheon.
Just go with it.
Yeah, you would find a lot of random, like most of the popular ones, right? The Platinum Dragon and all that stuff. Not Tiamat, but Timora. And then you would find like ones that don't really advertise what they are, and you get a shady feeling about it. It's like you have to already
Well,
know what it is to get in
That's
there.
the temple to Baphomet.
Come in and pray. Pray to what? Just do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
God, be
Yeah.
fine.
We have
get a free t-shirt.
meats to those who pray.
Okay, so I find the temple to whatever the
Yeah.
Everyone
There's
who
got to be a
prays eats
flyer
meat.
somewhere. A little map of the gods.
Okay, so
I think it would be Odin, right? Like that's the Faerun knowledge god for human.
you
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
you walk into this temple, and the proprietor says, I assume that they'd say, yes, my child, how can I help? Have you come to pay respects or.
Well, I need to send a message, brother. I need to contact contact my folks. Actually, I don't know if any of you guys want to go on an extra planar journey with maybe a finite time horizon.
What?
Well, I know. Look, I know a lot of us knowledge folks like to sit and accumulate knowledge, but people in my temple back home like to explore. So I need to contact them and give them an advertisement for an exchange of sorts.
I can help you. Send your message.
Yeah, you're not interested in. Yeah, that's difficult. Yeah. I guess if I knew Mathis, I could send him a message and be like, "Hey, you want to see some fucked up shit?"
He will also say, oh, and we've just received this stock of what were they?
Cool.
They were paper ravens.
Oh, lovely.
From Eisenbach.
Oh, I've
Um,
heard of these magnificent creations
yeah.
of.
How's the spice doing?
oh, there's been terrible calamities in Eisenbach, but
Yeah, I heard they had some racist jag as a king.
Whole barrels of snakes.
I know he's got a lot of good ideas and is helping the trains run on time,
Why
though.
did Pete not Prawn ever become the king? Why don't we ever
The
let that
new
happen?
flag of Eisenbach is literally snakes in a barrel. That is just
You guys did that. You all
Don't
did that.
tread on me, snakes in a
Literally
barrel.
Just like we didn't have any good options, and
dog whistles.
we thought we were going to continue these characters, and we were like, "Pete, do you want to re-roll?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure."
You guys, yeah, the fact that you made Pete not Braun the king of Eisenbach is just the best argument against democracy. So,
I mean, it was only like
I mean,
4 of us.
Is it really democracy if like 5 dudes decide?
Yeah,
Democracy's
five
tradition
warriors.
of electing low-key
It's like
racist white guys just makes it. It's just a tradition.
Yeah. Okay.
so
Fair enough.
he says, these they can take a while to deliver their message, but as long as they're not intercepted, like they will get there eventually. And then a reply can come on the other side, at which point it'll disintegrate.
No one intercept those messages.
And these
Can't
10
come back.
will run you 150 gold.
Oh shit!
10 of them.
That must be the export price. I
This is
heard they were a lot cheaper.
all the way from Eisenbach.
Oh, Jesus.
It's 15 gold apiece.
Okay, well, yeah.
15 gold a piece gets you 150? Of the 10 of us?
Okay, let's just say could I buy a one casting of sending, and let me assemble my message
Okay.
for a
That'll
second.
be
How many words is sending again? I don't remember because I don't know that spell because I chose the worthless
Knowledge
ass
domain.
spell non-detection instead.
sending is 25 words.
25 words. Okay.
Yep.
Let's word this message as a group.
1/5 or less than 1/5 Twitter.
All right, well, better not have me do it, or I'll fill it all up with curses.
No, it's not less than Twitter because it's that many words. So if I write it in German,
If you write it with all hyphens in between all the words.
all right.
It's just one word.
I'm actually, first of all, I'm writing it in Dwarven. Let's assume that's English
Helpful.
words, but I am sending it in Dwarven. 25 words. Okay.
Hey, y'all.
Interplanar ship
Fun times to be
seeks
had.
thralls.
All expenses included.
Should we say for thralls? Should we try and put a nice spin on
You
that?
should definitely
I
include all
think-
expenses included.
When I'm talking to other knowledge clerics, I think being straight up is that's that's what it is, right?
That's the vibe. Got it.
The etiquette.
Yeah, we're pretty straight with each other. That's also my charisma's 6, so lying isn't gonna.
All inclusive,
well.
no alcohol included. That way you can be
Finite.
honest.
See the plains in exchange for a few decades of your life.
TBD. That's one word. You say 3 words.
Rescue innocence.
Love
6,
Helen.
7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, let's get 7 more words. Is there any more information you guys want to convey?
Oozes welcome.
Oozes welcome.
Not discriminating against any of the oozes in your.
Bonus if you don't
clergy.
like food.
Well, the reason they're having trouble gathering food is because they've
No,
enthralled
I said-
a bunch of
The only reason you're having
commoners.
trouble
I said
gathering food is 'cause that
oozes
fucking spider
welcome.
needs to die.
OOZEES.
Accent's getting really inconsistent.
All right, I think I'm going to throw on a religious call to action. That's how you get
Okay.
religious people to do things usually.
So huzzah.
Yeah, like your own Deus Volt in there.
Experience the greatest journey, or the furthest journey from the mountain.
Oh, I like it.
Mormons welcome.
Let's see my word count in. Oh man, that's actually 7 words. Excellent. That's perfect. So, does anybody have any critiques on this message? I'm going to dump it in. I'll dump
the
it
Mormons welcome would have
Dungeons
added
and
at least
Dragons.
30 disciples right there.
This is wonderful. Okay, so you go to the guy. You spend 100 G's.
And they'll know if it's from me. This is what is kind of important.
It's
So they
just
need to know to respond to me rather than this guy.
Yeah.
while you're at it,
Yeah.
can we sell them a timeshare for the ship?
Timeshare offer.
That's basically the thing, right? Like
Sharing their time with an interdimensional
Yeah.
being.
Yeah.
It's just a little.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Different.
cut the words "the" and "your," and so you could add a
And Helen
attack.
Grace.
I just realized
Helen-
this is
Helen
like the
Grace, yeah.
closest thing to Scientology I've ever seen. Go on a cruise ship, serve an alien god,
But
Enter
it's
to the
alright.
Beatles Sea Org.
join us.
give up your free will and identity.
I'm gonna
Alright.
roll.
Invented
But-
in Scientology.
Oh man, your
Scientology rule.
fellow.
How many
clerk
people are going to be susceptible to
rolled
this?
very poorly. Oh boy. Okay.
How do you roll this?
I
Multiple
rolled.
D20s?
No man.
Oh, I guess I need to.
Whisper
guess
to
I-
GMs?
So
I need to cut some more words and add alto.
alto. Okay.
I mean, can we just?
Hashtag alto. That's one word.
I can adjust it if you want, but I feels like I'm making a performance evaluation for myself.
No. It's okay. I feel like you'd be able to squeeze the words alto Thindol, in there. If you just cut a few
Furthest
more
journey.
prepositions. The person is the cleric reads the script you gave them, and then in the middle of casting the spell is receiving a response and is waiting, and then says, "Oh,
For
excitement!
error not found.
Putting together an expedition. 8 travelers, 2
Oh,
weeks."
hell yeah!
They rolled
we
very
gotta-
badly.
Or did they roll well? I mean, honestly, I think for my temple people, this would be fuck yeah, if they're dwarves and they're I'm gonna live. How long do dwarves live? 300 years?
Couple hundred years, yeah.
Yeah. So they would just be yeah, 30 years, so I can see
2 weeks, whatever.
7 planes or whatever. Okay, so 2 weeks, 8 travelers. All right, I think we don't have to enslave any murderers.
As long as we
I'm
keep
sure
the
the
people on
knowledge
board
credit guy is
alive.
what the fuck?
Yeah, if you say that out loud, he's like, come again?
And also,
Like,
if they're
you didn't
responding, they
mention
can
the
send it
memory
directly.
eating.
Oh well, so the
That was
memory
the
eating
deal.
is more like memory savoring because like Muscalon still remembers who he is.
Is
Yeah,
it
if
fair
you
to
take
say?
if you take a
Yeah.
long rest, it comes back to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that we would assume the people on the ship will survive for 2 weeks with the food and water we gave them?
The
Are
water
those
maybe.
rations enough? The water probably. The
But I'm
food maybe
wondering.
not.
Okay.
You might
I
have to go
mean-
back to them to tell them.
God damn it.
How long of a trip was it to?
John damn it.
It's about a day.
Okay, I
Okay.
only have to feed 5 of them, right?
Right.
I mean, yeah,
So
I'm gonna
literally,
buy a
if you
bunch
guys
of
take
food.
care of yourselves, Frask can hang out there and just hunt for them every day and feed all of them. Literally, that could happen. We'd want to skip time because that'd be boring to roleplay, but technically,
Well, I was gonna
Frask
say, do
can
you want to
just
just take a week off?
Okay. Did you guys want to stop by the Citadel to go to the jails?
I
I
mean,
mean, 8 travelers is fucking huge, right?
Yeah, that's a lot.
that's more than we expected.
We're good, I think.
I mean, I feel like we'd probably get a
these-
reward for that many
Are
thralls.
these all clerics of knowledge?
Yes.
Wow, just all these clerics of
Or
knowledge are like, this sounds
Well,
awesome.
To be specific, not necessarily clerics, but disciples, right? Like a
Mhm.
cleric is a specific kind of like
Okay,
warrior priest.
Let's
whereas
stop
a-
by the Citadel, anyways.
these are
Because-
believers.
Murderous people. I mean, yeah.
You want
I
to
mean,
spend extra money?
We've done what we need to
I
do.
mean, we're not spending the money; they're spending the money on us.
How do we?
We're paying for that sending spell, bud.
Yeah, no, I know. We've already paid for the sending spell.
That's how you get reimbursed.
Let's see. I'm just saying the murderers sound like more like we'd have to pay to commute their sentence to take them somewhere else to enthrall.
No. We are commuting the sentence, and thus we are taking on the financial obligations. So they'll pay us a small fee
If-
to
I
take
know,
on the
that's-
obligation.
We're gonna have to go
but-
through all the role play to see if that's even gonna happen. We've done. what
Yeah,
we
I
need
mean
to
that's fair.
Sounds
That's
like a
fair. Yeah.
hassle.
I'm going to interrupt your inter-party squabbles by saying, as you're walking down the street out of Ferrygate into Trade Town,
Bro.
Oh, I'm sorry,
You
John.
see-
But before you say that, I'm gonna buy some of those.
oh, how many are you going to buy?
4. That's
Okay, they're 15
Yes, I
gold.
believe the
platinum,
city has a
right?
well.
how much gold?
15 apiece.
15 apiece, right? So it's 6 platinum.
Wait,
And I'm gonna
But
put it on
that's
my
a-
character sheet.
It's like a two-way spell that just takes a while.
Yeah, 4 ravens of comms.
Yep, four comms ravens. Yeah, it's TCP over carrier pigeon. It's fine.
yeah, we don't get it. That's okay.
He does, and I know at
I
least
do.
2 other people here
That's
do.
fine.
So
Mhm.
half of this party gets it.
That's cute.
You will see Xenophon and 2 other Seraphim poised for what looks like combat right outside the door of a abode.
Hmm.
What's up, X?
Bode?
You
Well,
require assistance.
So you say this, and Xenophon looks at you, and then looks at the guy next to him and nods at him, and he kicks in the door, and they all run in. There are some shouts, there's some screaming, there's some pleading, and eventually the 4 Seraphim come out with some people inside, who all bear a very familiar kind of disease on them. But they come out bound with manacles, and the Seraphim kind of detain them in front of the house against a wall. And one of them is guarding them as Xenophon and the other 2 go in. As one, there's 4 of them up against a wall right now, and Xenophon and the other 2 are sweeping the building.
This
This
is
is
in
actually
Trade
the-
Town or in Ferrygate?
This is in the trade town.
Trade town.
Hmm.
So
So
they're
is it-
sweeping Trade Town
Oh.
looking for lepers.
It breaks my heart to see what this shitty wall's letting happen in this city.
I assume they're bringing them to Westgate, but
I'm gonna
Can
observe.
John or someone give a refresher on what we actually know about this disease so far?
It's bad.
Yeah.
They're
Anybody?
isolating people in Westgate.
Mhm.
They,
That's
we suspect that something. They're using the diseased parts of these people's bodies as some kind of fuel. Is that the? Is that what we
Potentially,
learned?
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I
Something
mean,
like
we
that.
know
And
that
there's
they
a
can do
flesh
like
golem
the
aspect to it. Yeah.
yeah, they can do the
There's-
Power Rangers
There's
like
culty shit going on.
assembling thing, but out of people.
Right, yeah, like the people as they died turned into dust that made a
Yeah.
flesh golem.
Yeah.
We know.
Corpse sword. I like Ben's description.
So, John, that roll, which I'm sure did not do well, was to see if Frask has, in his time in the jungles of Cholt, seen anything that this reminds him of.
Absolutely not.
Hmm.
No,
Really? Okay.
this is novel to you and everyone else in the party.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there something else that we know about this? Not really. That maybe the king has it.
John, just as a quick side note, the Jungle of Cholt have an undead, I don't know, disease that summons up the dead things that have died in them.
Yeah,
to
there are
attack.
like
That's why
zombie
you have
T-Rexes
undead
and stuff.
T-Rexes and
There
stuff.
are problems and
Is that similar or completely different?
I'm not sure you would know.
I mean, he would know. That's what I'm asking.
This
be
is
fair.
different. I'll just be
Okay,
real with
it's
you.
fair.
This
It's
is
just different. It's
It's just different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually when
Yeah.
people die of these diseases, the diseased parts don't disappear.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna just watch and see what happens.
Okay. So there's much lamentation as these people are detained. And you see at first the people come out who seem to be infected, and then at length everyone in the building, at least 10 of them, are taken out, manacled, and the four seraphim begin herding them towards the west gate. And there's not like the seraphim don't say very much. They literally just like with blades drawn motion, and then if people don't walk, they grab them and throw and like push them. And it's kind of heartbreaking. Like these people are just taken from their homes, arrested,
Mhm.
put in a big chain gang, and are all being marched out to the west gate.
Lord Xenophon, these escapees from the wall.
No, an informant told us that some infected were in this building, so had to
Aren't you
raid
worried
it.
about... Sorry,
Go ahead.
aren't you worried about getting infected yourself?
We can't.
Oh, because of your spooky
You're
powers?
fancy.
Checks out.
You're too shiny for that, lad.
That's right. We're too shiny.
Like I said, it checks out.
Just remember, after just about 1 hour with that wall, I had that thing span in that section. Think what I could do with the rest. You get back to me on that contract.
He says, "The guild. I've actually heard about you. I think they will get back to you. But we have some business to attend to, if you don't mind." And he, motions for the other three seraphim to lead off the. Because it's three.
Get better, you lot.
Yeah,
Hope things go well for you.
it's a gruesome thing to
Get
say.
some soup.
Hey, Chase, did you have to roll a con save when you went into play?
I did. I did. I saved, from my understanding.
Okay. I was considering investigating
Dodge
this,
the dick rat.
this building to see if
I did
I
not
could
get
find
the
any
dick rot.
evidence of like something weird that actually causes the plague.
It's
But
apparently
also,
real. You
what
could probably
the-
ask Primus though.
I mean,
He was
I could
there.
go in. I mean, they're just
And you say
abandoning
we're
it.
all broken toys.
I mean, you could maybe take a sample. Or
I
something.
also cannot fall ill, so I could go in and look for you guys if you wanted. But I don't know what we're looking for.
Yeah, I need like 2 more levels before I can be immune to diseases.
Yeah, I need like
What a deal, man! I mean, this is
a lot of them.
all diseases. What a deal.
Well, I could, learn to cast Greater Restoration or something. Don't have it now.
I mean, that whole key party thing we were talking about earlier, for a level 8 monk, not a deal. It's just go with the flow.
Also, supposedly I can lay on hands to cure diseases, but I don't know if this counts.
I mean, that's a good question.
Because otherwise, I could probably just
That-
take care of this whole thing. For the whole
Could you
town
cure the whole ward, Don Sorgo? That would make
Depends on
for a great
how
epic tale.
contagious it is, as I am
You could
curing
cure
people.
the king.
You can do it 6 times.
mean-
Yeah.
6 diseases a day.
That might be enough. I mean, start with the king and then work down. King would
I'm gonna
probably
assume
appreciate
that
it.
this land has a single paladin in it who has attempted to cure the king.
Probably not. I don't see a paladin gate.
Who are you going to ask?
Xenophon would be a good start.
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
I could ask him, paladin to paladin.
What
Can
was
you lay on hands these people?
is he even a paladin?
Lay your hand
Yeah, I
on his
mean,
shoulder, say,
cleric.
"Listen,
go back in the
paladin."
ferry gate and find do paladins
Oh.
hang out somewhere? It doesn't seem. It's like there's a paladin bar.
Good
That's a
ones go
paladin pub.
adventuring on their own.
Yeah,
There is
so
there
they're
is
not
there is a paladin bar. You got
Yeah,
thrown out
yeah.
of it.
Clerics have churches. Paladins
Oh.
have pubs. That's the difference. That's the major difference.
So
Let's just make that canon.
what? This is another thing we learned that I didn't take notes of. The dude in the Sunset Gate who was dead that I talked to
Mhm.
Yep.
was afraid of Xenophon.
Yeah, said kill.
He was the
Xenophon.
person you said, yeah, to one person you should avenge. Kill Xenophon.
Yeah.
Probably not the most trustworthy, but we have a feeling they may have been like brainwashed from disinformation. But
Mm,
maybe not. Go to the Paladin bar, check it out.
I don't know.
Meet a friend, buy a beer.
All right, let's
It
all
is top of the
ruminate
hour.
on what we want to do next. Let's take a small break. We'll be
Yeah.
right back.
In-game small break or just?
Tinkler.
All right, welcome back.
An out of
Recently.
context tinkler.
On Dragon Ball Z, Xenophon and some Seraphim just raided a building and abducted some infected citizens of Alto, marching them off to the West Gate. The party doesn't know how they feel about that. Party?
I mean, I feel bad, but not like.
Like anti-maskers.
The sake of the tribe must be
Well-
put before the sake
Okay,
of
no,
the
They
one.
definitely got what they deserved. Put them in the
Alex
West
knows
Gate.
we're in a campaign. Helen doesn't know we're in a D&D campaign. Alex would be like, or me personally, I'm like, that's something fucked up here. But Helen's like, yeah, that sucks. I mean, also, I
Yeah.
want everybody else to become lepers.
Why do we have leper colonies if we don't send lepers there?
That's
I
so
mean, we
true.
s-
So
yeah,
true,
yeah.
Muslim.
Unsorgo doesn't really have much reason to
All that infrastructure and
Yeah,
leper colonies.
follow
Can't
up.
have them
So,
can't have them cootying up the ferry gate.
the former investigator in Helen would want
Sorry.
to investigate and see if anything, like, would still want to check out this plague flop house, but also wouldn't want to get sick. So I'm kind of torn on whether I brave
Are we
going in there or
establishing
not.
cooties?
Yeah, like
Cooting up the ferry gate? Is that a real term we're using? Don't catch cooties?
I guess I could bless myself and then try to go in and just
Does
like.
that work against cooties?
Bless yourself before you
Yeah.
wreck yourself.
I mean, you hope so.
When I think about you, I bless myself. Whoa.
All right, what's the party up to? Xenophon's marching off with these folks.
And they're just leaving this
Yep.
tenement.
All right. Well, I mean, Frost believes that the sake of the tribe is more important than the sake of the one. So he's all about this. What's the word? There's a word.
know,
for
the-
this.
Business
Ends justify the
opportunity.
means. Like,
Culling. Yeah.
yeah. Don Sargo, do you want to slip in there and see if anything fucked up?
Sure.
It's not a culling.
You
They're
wanna,
not
like,
killing
I
them.
don't
It's more
know.
about collating.
Like
Do you, like,
tallying.
can we like talk?
Yeah,
Back and forth so
You
she
put
can,
them
like-
together, you staple them, you organize them. It's fine.
Can we like talk back and forth so she can like help me with this? Because investigation is not my
Yeah.
thing.
Well, no, you're gonna have to do the investigation. You can communicate anything you find with Helen.
Okay.
She will
Yeah,
not
why
be able to
don't-
help you from
Why don't we do
outside.
a two-stage where Don Sargo goes in? Anything super. It's Helen and Don Sargo are both gonna go in. I think that's just I'm gonna bless myself.
Okay,
Okay.
and you're within my field. So you
Yeah,
get
I'm gonna stay
plus
within
3.
your save field.
Okay, I will say that Don Sorgo is helping Helen. So Helen, you can roll an investigation check at advantage.
I love that. I love that. Okay, let me look at my many benefits. Okay, I get a +5 there. Let me check my shield. It's really funny to me what people on like the D&D subreddit consider broken compared to what I consider broken.
Yeah.
Because they're all like, look, you can get one spell at 120 damage 2 times a day. And I'm like, okay. But
Two
for
films
me,
today.
the fact that I have Observant and a Sentinel Shield is. Okay, the Sentinel Shield is perception, not investigation. So I merely get +5. Oh, but the Sentinel Shield will be advantage, which I don't need anyway. So add 5 to these rolls for investigation. Oh my
Wow.
lord.
It's
Are
an
you
11.
fucking kidding me?
Wow,
No, it's a 12, John.
it's
What?
a 12.
7 + 5 is usually 12.
Oh, it's a 5 instead of a 4. Right.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a 12. Okay. So I had a whole description for you.
Christ.
There are furniture. There's furniture that's like overturned. There's obviously a scuffle. It's a 2-story building. There seem to be.
Oh, hold on a second. Oh, never mind. I was like, I can channel divinity to become proficient in investigation. No, I'm already proficient.
Yeah.
It's not that smart.
There's enough space for. It looks like there's like more living arrangements than for one family here. and the only other things that you would find are. Do you have inspiration?
Nope.
Ah,
Do
well,
you?
okay, that's it then.
Mm.
I would have burnt your inspiration.
Yeah.
Don Sorgo,
Okay.
do you have inspiration?
I do not.
I don't think anyone's
Also,
got inspiration
Yes,
yet.
My aura of protection.
I have
Yeah.
gotten inspiration.
Save.
but
You're not
Okay.
really giving it out willy nilly.
Like you can talk.
He has not. I would have used it. I have not been able to ever.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only
Ooh,
thing you
it's
can
nice.
divine is that there's probably more than one family living here.
And there's no dead here.
Nope.
But so what are we waiting on right now? Like we watched this thing happen.
They're investigating like the inside of this.
Yeah, you guys you're kind of.
Oh, you went
Not getting
inside the home. that
Yeah,
they
they're
just...
both inside.
Ugh.
Helen,
Hold on a second. Saving throw. Nope. Attack roll, saving throw. Just checking.
Yep.
Helen.
I
will cast detect magic.
Yep. Okay. You see a few things. The first of which is 30 feet. 30 feet.
I mean,
That's a lot of
I
feet.
cast it and I walk around. You know.
Yeah,
Are there
you see
shoes?
Primus.
Sure.
Yep. And you see something on the second floor, a small thing next to a bed.
Okay, I go look at it. I don't necessarily touch it if I can see it. Like when I get close to it, it's a small object. What does it look like?
It's a music box.
Mm,
Music box.
Much like the one that Primus was giving out.
no, he did not give out music boxes.
Give out different things.
Yes.
He had marionettes and toy
Let the
soldiers.
DM answer. The DM was about to say something, Jake.
sorry.
It's a music box. It's got a little wind-up thing on it.
Damn it.
It's
He was
closed.
gonna-
Okay.
He was gonna give something away, I could tell, and then he changed
I'm
his
gonna take a
mind.
piece of cloth and grab it with a piece of cloth rather than touch it myself.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put it in my bag. Wrap it up, put it in my bag.
Oh, you're just gonna wrap the whole thing up and put it in your
Yeah.
bag? Okay. All right. So you just kind of wrap it up and you kind of pocket it.
Yeah, that's the only magic I see around in the hut.
No. Below you, below the first floor, you see another small thing.
Okay. Can I look for a hidden entrance or something?
Yeah, I'll give you another investigation check if Don Sorgo wants to help. You can do it. Like this is because, like you.
I have
you were
another clue, right?
You have another clue. Yeah.
I assume Dorn. Sorry, my trusty accomplice.
Or I can
is
start
gonna-
pulling up at the floorboards too, but
Well, that's next. Investigation.
Yep.
And Don Sorgo's helping. Okay.
Oh, yes.
This time I got a 29. Does that do
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, that does it. So you don't know how
Shit.
you didn't notice it the first time, but overturned was a table over a rug, and the rug is kind of pulled up in a corner, and you see what is clearly the edge of a kind of trapdoor inlaid into the floor under the rug, under the dining table on the first floor.
Oh, Don Sorgo, could you?
sure. I will open the trap door.
You open the door, and below you, you see 4 people, 2 of whom are children, one of which is holding a small marionette, which glows slightly under the detect magic spell, all being perfectly still and perfectly
Question:
silent.
I put that
There's
marionette.
a marionette.
I have a marionette that I was
Yeah.
given. Is it
Yep.
glowing
Is it
too?
glowing?
Oh yeah, yep. Everything that Primus has ever given anybody is glowing.
Nice.
Shit,
Nice.
is Primus patient 0?
I'm not answering.
Biological
What do you want
warforged.
from me?
Are we all
Oh, God.
inside? Can I see this?
Biological
group
Warforged. Frask, I demand you change the name of this episode.
Biological Warforged. That's a great name. Bring
All
up
right,
Sid.
Helen, you do
We
have
had a good
inspiration
name,
now.
though. I will
Excellent.
say.
I'm sure it'll come up
Incredible.
again.
Oh,
Biological Warforged.
so these people are
That's so
alive.
good.
Biological. Warforged.
We're not here to hurt you, folks.
God. Can we decontaminate Primus now?
Xenophon is gone. Do you guys know what happened to give you the? How did you get sick?
Are they?
They don't say anything. They are terrified.
Should we
Hey,
get
can
them out of the
Frask see
city?
them?
No, only Don Sorgo and Helen. Like Don Sorgo opened the door and just like sees these people, and they're like huddled in like this small. It's not a basement. It's like a little trench that's been dug under the floor of this building,
Yeah, it's.
and they're just kind of squeezed in there.
Well, guys, this is weird. I guess Don Sorgo, this is weird.
Are you all right? Are you sick?
One of them nods, and the other one. So at the first one, they nod, and the second, when you say the second thing, they kind of look at each other. They don't answer you.
I think it's safe to assume they are. Do I notice any lesions on them? Like, are
You
they
don't.
visibly? Okay.
You don't.
This is
I
awkward.
have the heart to turn them in.
I don't think we have to turn them
Oh,
in. If they were
I
going
certainly
anywhere.
don't.
If they were going anywhere, they Xenophon would have taken them. They're healthy.
You can always boil them.
I like that logic from Musketlon. Obviously, they're healthy because otherwise they would have been taken.
Okay. Because
Uh,
we
Why
can all
That's
accept
why we
that
have
for
the
now.
leper colony. Just shove them in a hole. They're not in the hole.
Okay, so I can see their trinket. That have any of you guys shown me your trinkets from this? I wasn't in there, so I
I mean,
haven't
I'll
seen.
show
this
it
trinket.
now because I have one of those marionettes too. And if you say it's magical, I'm just gonna
Oh
say,
yeah.
hey,
So I'm sorry,
yeah,
I
I
didn't know if
definitely
Don
have
Sorgo
my
has
choice.
that.
I did cast check mad.
If Don Sorgo doesn't have it on his person, then that would glow for you too, Helen.
Okay,
I kind of thought it was on the camel.
okay, then it probably makes sense.
good
to be on
question.
the
I
camera.
actually don't know. I don't know where I
I
was.
swear
Actually,
I
the
cast
camel really likes
identify
the
on those
marionette,
things.
so you let it have it.
For story purposes, we'll have it on Don Sorgo because it makes things
Yeah,
easier.
or hell, I mean, Don Sorgo can recognize the marionette on these people.
Yeah.
And then,
Regardless,
and then I can look
Bring the
back at the
camel
camel
within
and be like,
range.
something's glowing from right outside the door where your camel is.
She has a
Oh,
If
name.
you detected Primus, you detected
Wednesday.
the camel.
Wednesday.
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 All right, hump day. Jesus Christ.
It's just
Um,
Wednesday. Don't.
Oh God, I think got a bad feeling about this
Yeah, we
half
should
of
get
a
them
man
to
we've been
safety.
carrying around.
I mean,
We should
let's
get
sanitize him.
the people to safety first.
Let's just
I
Can we
think.
can we douse him in alcohol?
Look, folks.
Like drown him in alcohol and then just like pull him out.
Well, we tried that with Musketlon, and it doesn't seem to help.
I mean, cause he drank it all.
Folks, Xenophon's long gone. Is there a back door you could sneak out of?
They kind of look at each other, like maybe stand up a bit. And one of them nods to like a window.
Okay, well, I'm not going to turn you in. I'm starting to suspect there's something weird going on.
I asked him, can we see that marionette? It seems to be magical. Did you know it's magical? We would like to investigate that.
So one of the
Marionette's
children like
magical.
looks at the marionette and like shakes their head, but hands out the marionette, but also hands out another hand to you.
Oh, to like help her up.
No, like they want something in exchange.
Uh,
I mean, if Blake was there, he'd give him a toy soldier, but
That's not.
I feel like that's not what you're doing with that.
That would be
There would be
entirely
an
on
equal
brand.
exchange.
Wait, is the toy soldier actually plagued?
It probably is, yeah.
Oh
Toy
boy.
soldier glows
That's
as
the
well.
whole go-
Yep.
Yep.
Why do you carry that?
It was a gift. I bought it. It was
Yeah,
Well,
but
sweet.
we
you're
I was
have
dying.
helping out
How are you
a
not
disabled
dying?
veteran. I was
Can I
helping out
toss
a
them a
disabled
silver?
Because
veteran.
he rolled his cons.
He did. He rolled his
John-
con save.
Did he roll a con save as soon as he met Primus?
No.
Yeah.
He rolled his con save as soon as he bought the toy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it was a good
None of us
You know what
made
that
that
means?
connection.
We need to ask these kids how their constitution rolls were.
How's your constitution rolling, son?
Let me explain the metaphysics of.
The constitution.
Now I'm concerned for Wednesday's health.
That's
I
true.
am-
Camels can get
That's
this.
good. Camel.
I'm generally concerned.
Should we
Yeah,
destroy
so
pirates?
I'll give
Everybody
them a
just-
silver. Will they accept a silver
God.
for it?
That's,
Nope.
Wow.
They don't want money.
Oh, they don't want money. They
Two.
want a toy. Okay, so going through my random things that were populated when I created my character, I have a signet ring.
The child does not want a signet ring.
I'm pretty
I
sure
have
we
a
need
s-
to destroy
Ooh, I have a
pirates.
you
scroll
want?
of
Do you want-
pedigree.
Do you want food, water?
What do you want?
They
10
they
pounds
take
of
they take
rope.
the marionette and they hug it.
Oh wait, hold on. Don Sorgo, can you cure diseases?
I mean, I can try. But
How
we
about
still gotta
that?
get that marionette away from them first.
I mean, cure a disease.
I'm gonna kind
They
of go
may
out to
just
the
give
door
you
and
a
ask if
marionette.
anyone has a toy that is not cursed.
Does
Wait, is it
anyone have
cursed?
a toy that's not infected?
Anything that could possibly.
cursed or
Musket
inflected?
Lawn, this kind of
Infected.
seems like it's up your alley. Can you make a toy?
I can definitely make a toy.
I've
Yeah,
got the tools for everything. Yeah.
I do. Yeah, no, whatever you
Okay,
need.
All right,
make
what's
make a toy.
Musket Lawn? They need you to make a toy.
Yeah. All right.
We'll make a toy.
So yeah, I will knock out like with some springs and some wood bits lying about and everything, like a little clockwork cannon that rolls forward or something.
That actually sounds dope. Yeah. How? Like, is that just like the right tool for the job or what?
I mean, I have every tool set. I have tool expertise where my proficiency bonus is doubled for things if you wanted me to make a roll. But yeah, I mean, I've got wood carving, jewelers,
And I
tinker's
can feel
tools,
it.
thieves' tools, smith's tools, mason's tools.
And help
So-
him if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna make a roll. He's an artificer. He makes fucking cannons magically. Like you put together like a little, you make a cannon and it's also cute. Don't ask me how they do it. But
Little lion face on the end of the barrel.
yeah,
Yeah.
It shoots out a little like
What else can I do with it here? I can.
smiley face.
So yeah, I use
It shoots
my
confetti.
magical tinkering, and so when you press the trigger on it, it makes like a roar and a boom noise.
yeah, this is perfect. I love it. So you hand this magical Tinker's toy to Don Sorgo. Don Sorgo?
And I will
Fantastic.
offer it to the child.
The child readily is like, yeah. It's like, you press. the
All right.
button and it goes-
I now
They
have
hug
a
it.
cursed
It comes
marionette.
with no warranty though.
Yeah.
And you know what? If they will let me, I will try to lay on hands. I have no idea if they are diseased or if that's going to do anything.
Do it.
I'll
Okay,
do that.
Do it
you'll have to do
fast,
it 4
Paladin.
times.
That's fine. I got
Do
the
it.
points for that.
Okay.
And
So here's
I
what
mean-
happens.
Don't
You
know if
lay
I
on hands the children, and nothing happens. You lay on hands one of the adults, and nothing happens. You lay on hands the other adult, and a fine mist kind of comes out, and they are fine, and then they start to shake a little bit. Their hand covers their heart,
oh, shit.
and he has a heart attack.
Oh,
Fucking
Balls.
dies.
Helen. You gotta
Helen,
spell
Helen,
for that?
do you want to talk for the dead, or do you want to try to help this guy?
Well, we were just talking with the living, and that didn't help.
I mean,
When
heal
he
word
just fell over dead,
probably
right?
help
You have
right
a thing
now.
to help.
Yep.
I mean, healing word.
I don't have the 300 gold to resurrect this person.
No,
Cure
just straight
disease
healing
triggered
word.
that?
Heal.
You-
Lay on hands.
Land hands
Oh, I
triggered
forgot that you have to spell. You have to pay for that.
I mean, he just went into that like unconscious to death period. Does healing word not help them in between that?
There is a spell that can help. I don't
it-
think any of you have it.
Greater
Revivify?
restoration.
Greater
Oh,
restoration.
Frask has unhinged jaw.
I mean, that'll
I'm
help
gonna
fast.
I'm gonna go
When is
ahead
it
and
not-
tell
when
you
is it not
Unsafe.
applicable?
that this person is
It's
now
always
missing
applicable.
this person is now
Mm-hmm.
missing a part of their body that needs to be replaced.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Always applicable.
Wait, which part?
Frask
The
can make them
aorta.
symmetrical.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, even resurrecting wouldn't work because most of the resurrection spells don't restore missing pieces.
So you need, yeah, you need greater restoration. Wait,
Oh, I'm very sorry about that.
This
I
leads
guess you
to
had the disease.
this leads to lamentation.
Yeah. Anyway, we need to get you guys to safety.
Um,
Again, super sorry.
I'm
so
gonna
they do
get
have the cooties.
I'm gonna get way too sad if I go into how sad these people are.
I mean,
Well,
if Conan the
I'm-
Barbarian tells you anything about the limitations of the women,
Enjoy your toy. I'm
You
so
should
sorry, folks.
pour molten silver on them and it'll work.
I don't think we can do anything more for these people, Don Sorgo.
Are you going to evacuate them or?
Yeah,
I mean, if they will accept our help to get them out of the city, we'll help them out of the city, right?
Hey,
Are they
dude,
actually sick or
Yeah,
not? I'm
actually,
confused.
No.
I can get
One
them
of
out
them
of
was
the city.
sick.
Double.
Okay.
Taken care of.
I thought John just said they
do
were
we
sick.
want
Okay.
do we want to make them thralls?
No.
I mean, do we
Make
want
them
them
make
to,
the decision.
Good,
No.
reliable
do we
career.
want them to spread this infection to all of Faerun?
Yeah.
Okay, no. Only I laid on hands. The ones who reacted is dead now, and the mist is gone. Don't know
So
what
wait,
happened
What
to it.
Do the other ones have it?
what happened with the mist specifically?
It's very Thanos-like. It kind of like fades as it leaves. It was a
It doesn't like get sucked into the other people or something.
no. It's expelled. The problem was that it was doing a thing.
We expelled part of his aorta. You said.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah,
Because it was
the
replacing
my
these-
my reading of that is
Right.
that the other three are fine and didn't have any disease.
Correct.
So
You would be right
Asymptomatic
about that.
carriers. Got
they're
it.
fine. They can just go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Sounds
you.
very gateballs.
Where do you suggest that they go?
Have they no porthouses?
to a ship to another plane?
Do you suggest that they stay in Alto?
Pete, you just quoted
I
Ebenezer
mean, it's up to
Scrooge.
them, really.
Yes,
but
I did.
I mean, Xenophon will absolutely hunt
I'm a
them down.
capitalist.
It's so
Xenophon
good.
just had a tip that there were diseased here, so he doesn't know shit about these people. If they escape out the back, they could probably be fine. But also, like, this city's fucked, so they should leave.
Do we know where the local thieves guild is? They have small hands, very good for thieving. It's important to learn a trade these days.
Sure.
It's Don Sorgo and Helen in the building, so I'll leave it. I'll leave their interrogations to them.
Okay.
We can't hear you, Don. Don
I am
Don
muted.
Sorgo.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yep.
If they want us to help them out of the city, we will. If they want us to just leave and let them fend for themselves, we will.
The adult will say, "I've heard that the lady would help us at the Bone Gate."
Lady at the Bone Gate. Okay, we can get them to the Bone Gate.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Let's go there.
There's only one lady at the
Well,
bone
you
gate.
know,
So yeah, we'll walk
I
out.
mean, there's
we
got to be at
recount
least
things.
more than
Say
one
we've
lady
got.
at the gate.
Yeah,
Or
I'll
people-
go up front.
I hate to be
Don
crass,
Sorgo,
but I
you-
can't.
You go out back with, like, you help them. You go out back with them, and then we'll all meet up.
Sounds good.
Okay, so the two children, the adult, kind of follow you. The whole party meets up. The people you've rescued, they don't say a lot. They're very quiet, very shy. They kind of huddle together a bit. And but the adult says like, yes, the Bone Gate. We hear that they can provide certain services.
Oh, I mean, look,
So
out
we'll
of
walk them.
context, that sounds great.
I mean, we just walk them over there, right? You know,
Sure, yeah. So you lead them
back.
through. There's actually not much trouble.
Anyway.
You didn't raise
Especially
much.
with Talon's City Secrets ability.
I would say that you minimize the guard presence that you have to pass by, and especially run into Zero Seraphim, on your way to the Bone Gate. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're in like the 5 minutes it takes you to get there because of your city secrets?
Yeah. Let me look at the spell. I would. Do I have to touch the object to identify it? You must touch throughout the casting of the spell.
Yeah, can you identify what's on
Oh.
Primus?
That's not great.
Sorry.
Can you identify
People aren't
what the fuck is
objects,
on
man.
Primus?
Yeah. So the thing is, I'd like to identify these trinkets, but I also would like to not get the plague.
I mean,
Hmm.
I was
Okay.
there.
I'll go
if I
stay
could
close.
take it for you, I would.
I'm going to recast Bless on myself.
All right,
Good
now we'll
idea.
stay
But
close.
it has faded because I've used my concentration for detecting magic. So I'll cast Bless on myself again.
Yep.
I will stand next to Don Sorgo, and then I will
In your
touch
aura?
the.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I will touch the.
You're only
The
doing
point
this
that-
because you have inspiration.
I forgot I had inspiration actually.
Yeah, just
We
wait
do
till the
dumb
roll.
things of
Wait
our own
till the
regard,
roll.
damn you.
And then I will touch the trinket that we got from the people under the thing.
Okay, and you'll identify it.
I am going to cast Identify after I touch it.
Okay, yeah. Con save, please.
Okay. Luckily, I'm terrible at this. I will use my inspiration. Everybody, wish me luck.
You got
Luck.
this. I believe in you.
As a con save, I believe Bless I get to choose after I roll. If I expend the
I
Bless,
mean,
or if I
yeah.
just add before.
You alwautematically get a D4
You always get
on
the D4,
everything.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
so roll a D4
Give
anyway.
me that D4. Okay. All right.
Plus
Average
3,
stout.
right?
Oh, plus 3 from Don Sorgo.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, that makes that easy.
17.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
17. Nice
That's-
on any saving.
Woof.
You should have done Sorgo nearby.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, that's what I
always.
literally said.
Don
Don
Sorgo.
Sorgo, come close.
Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
good luck, mascot.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're super good. Okay.
Okay, great.
17.
By the way, do I notice this?
No, you don't.
Okay. I mean, I would have had enough reason to be cautious.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll use my last level 1 spell slot to cast Identify on.
All right. I need you in the secret sidebar.
Sure thing.
Oh, damn. We're going to find out all the secrets. Why did we not identify, like, Primus from the beginning?
I swear I tried to identify one of the toys previously, and John told me it was normal, but
He did, because it was just a normal toy. But
yeah, maybe
apparently,
he gives
Maybe he
better
decided
shit
to
kids than he does to
retcon
me.
Primus into being the plague carrier now that we
yeah,
have him.
yeah.
Did
He's
John
like, well,
do
shit.
that?
He probably made up Primus on the spot before and then decided to make Primus more important.
Maybe we can get some retcon points out of this. I don't know.
We shall get inspiration as punishment from retconning.
I mean, for real.
If he is the
if you're-
plague carrier, do we just bury him in the sand until we can figure out what to do with him?
Like,
Fast can dig
you know,
hole.
that's not
very
crazy because
deep
I
in
actually thought about
sand.
that. Like, should we just
Like-
bury that guy in the sand?
Like,
Yeah.
I was all about he's a person and has rights and be good, but like,
He
if he's
is
a plague carrier,
metal.
If he
He is
brings the death of all
abomination.
humanity, bury him in the sand.
it's not gonna
Fair.
hurt him. He's just not
He
gonna
gets-
like it.
He gets it. Yeah. Well, feed him to a dragon turtle. You do what you do.
Or we could just leave him somewhere obvious in the city and let the guards take care of him. Have
Yeah,
him
what's
come
the
back and
name of the
fascinate.
warring state against Alto? Let's just give him to them as diplomat. That'll be fine. We could honestly. Ooh, no, just give it to the. I mean, the only downside is he doesn't have legs, so he wouldn't be a good thrall. That's the biggest hindrance we have.
All right.
What's up?
Well,
GM focusing.
the nature of I think I understand the nature of this plague. Unfortunately,
Do you?
Oh,
there's
Want to shed some
something,
light on that?
and Musculon, maybe you can help. This something which is some combination of machine and magic, which is
No.
trying to hold forms that it shouldn't. It's not doing very well.
I don't know.
This soldier is made up of a lot of little objects that are trying to be a toy soldier and not doing a very good job.
Oh, fuck
And
SGU.
fascinating.
they're trying to be
Literally
pieces of
the gray goo.
They're trying to be pieces of people's bodies, and they're not doing a good job.
I mean, SGU entire plot right here.
Okay. Well, take the, using tongs, take the toy from him.
No. Bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Bag it. Yeah, I'll have to do some
No,
analysis
terrible
later.
idea. No.
Yeah, I don't know what else.
Very fascinating. Never heard of such a thing.
Burn
Yeah.
it all.
It certainly is
Bortles
fascinating.
interpretation.
I'm certainly glad I didn't seem to catch the magic machine disease.
Hmm. I don't know. Maybe it'd end up 30 feet tall like that thing that, well, no, they smashed that pretty bad. You don't want to be that thing.
Oh man, that sort of
But it was
explains.
pretty cool until they smashed it.
That explains. It doesn't totally explain what will cause them to shape themselves into a writhing mass of
Well, and who's
not flesh.
controlling it too? I mean that type of
It's all the
work.
micro machines.
There has to be some craft behind it. It can't just be running itself. Somebody's
It's
Well,
the
running it.
micro machines. They're
who's
I
combining
guess
into
some
a
of
form.
them-
cocker is what you're saying. Then Blaine.
That's like saying that the rivers are pretty and therefore they must be run by some god. And
Exactly.
I mean, aren't you
Aren't they?
a worshiper of some knowledge god
All too often.
who would know these things?
Yeah, the first dwarf to leave the mountain is not whatever. It's fine. I know you're not a religious man somehow, even though you're a monk.
So
I mean,
while you're discussing this,
I revere dragon turtles. That's my whole thing.
Helen
Whatever.
sees something else. So you're kind of explaining this, and at the entrance to the bone gate, you see a disheveled man rush up to a man in a big yellow turban. A big yellow turban. It's like
How big we
It's
talking?
huge.
it's huge. It's
How yellow are we talking?
it's big. It's a big yellow turban. I don't know.
Does
What
he
to
have a
say.
curious monkey next to him?
No, he doesn't. But he's like sitting on a chair next to a few pots. And the guy comes up to him and says, "I have a message." And he says, and the man doesn't say anything. He kind of bows and like motions to him. And I actually need Helen to give me a perception check. Actually, everyone can roll a perception check, and if you beat the incredible DC,
Oh, roll high.
I got this. I don't got this.
the
Perception.
DC is
they
huge.
say.
So fail.
Fail.
It's surprisingly
Come on,
well.
Helen.
Okay.
We need 20 more
I-
characters.
Life
I
is in
can
your hands,
never
dude.
remember what my myriad bullshit gives me.
Plus
is-
20. You should channel
Oh,
divine.
yeah. Okay. There we go. Add 5.
Add 5.
29.
God damn it!
Yes.
The DC was 25. The DC is 25. Anyhow, okay.
Jethro,
All right.
yes.
So, the man in the big yellow turban, kind of
Your
like
shield sees it.
says, "Go ahead," and the disheveled man inches up and says the following things: resentment, urban, entropy, twilight, hearth, negative, malignant, farewell,
I'm sorry.
many, flotsam. I'll put them all in chat.
Oh, thank you.
That's
I was
okay.
like-
They're all on
And
Twitch.
suddenly, one of us is the Winter Soldier.
and
They're all on Twitch.
and-
Just revisit.
and the man in the yellow turban nods, and he gets up and he walks into an abode, and he returns with a large chest and hands it to the guy. And the guy
guy.
opens it up, and you roll the 29. You see it's full of gold, and he closes it and says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," and rushes off. Disappears
Oh.
into the streets.
Shit. Can we mug that guy?
No.
I mean,
Define we.
lack of realism in the environment. Okay. Man,
Uh,
I feel so disingenuous
Okay.
in this world.
Did you put the words?
oh
somewhere?
yeah. So I'll actually put them in here so that you can see them.
Where?
then
I don't.
muffle.
There's nothing that would make me think this made any fucking sense to me, right?
No, he repeats a string of words, a long string of words, and then the man nods.
What was the
Disappears from him.
the beginning of this encounter? Was he walked up to the man in the yellow turban and whispered and started talking?
He says, I have a message for you.
Okay.
And then he just kind of nodded, and then he said these words.
Roofing on it. Cut out.
I just realized I'm
Oh.
muted. I just realized I've been muted this whole time.
Oh, I'm sorry, Fred.
Oh no.
That's hilarious. So if you go up and repeat these, like the guy who said the words got the gold, right?
Totes.
So
My
why don't
goats.
you just go up and say all these words and see what happens?
Ooh, such a good idea. It's a
Replay
password
attack.
system.
Seems like a Blaine
This
thing
is the
to do.
Frask brain.
Frass brain.
You're always
ABC
giving you his
equals
worthless metal. Why
ABC
would you care?
gold.
Would Helen do this?
It's a terrible idea.
Can we just let Brask do this and watch?
There's a
Frask doesn't
mystery.
want gold. Just
I'm the only person.
He doesn't,
Helen
but
is the only person
the
who
chest
witnessed
is
this.
what.
So does Turban Guy resemble any groups or like people we've seen before?
Whoa.
Nope.
In which way is he headed? Are you
Joel-
willing Turban Guy or?
I'll also point out I actually could read lips. So
Oh, well, there you go. Easy.
Were there
So what
words
were they
filling in
saying?
between those gaps, or he literally just said that word salad?
He said
Word
that
salad.
word salad.
yeah, I think
Awesome.
look at that
I
cat
think-
butt.
Yep, she loves it.
Yes,
Wonder how long
Spaz,
I've
get your
been
moment of
muted.
glory.
um,
Fame
Sorry,
awaits you.
Fraz. I'm so sorry.
It's so funny.
I think Helen would just go up and see what's going on.
Okay.
As I approach the man in the yellow turban, does he react?
He regards you, but he doesn't do anything.
Who is that guy?
He said, "A stranger."
Well, in that case, I have a message for you.
He nods.
Resentment, urban, entropy, twilight, hearth, negative, malignant, farewell, many, flotsam.
He kind of shakes his head and says, "I don't know of what you speak."
That makes two of us.
Shit. You beat that guy to death until he tells you what he needs to know.
Give me the gold.
Well, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm
Oh, is Blaine allowed to grab that guy by the cuff and just beat him senselessly till he tells them what he wants to know.
You know,
You're
anytime you
allowed
ask
to
us,
do whatever dumb shit you want.
no, anytime you ask us for permission to do anything, it's just gonna be no.
Yeah, the answer is just good.
Just assume.
Are you allowed, like, by law? No.
I mean,
It's
I'm,
just-
I'm asking
it's
Helen if this
Like
is okay.
legally, ethically.
Oh, you're asking Helen? No.
Yeah. No?
No.
Okay. Well, fine. He can just lie then.
Don't just assault any person. People are allowed to lie. Are you the
Yeah.
lying police?
Kinda. I'm a monk.
You're a bar owner. Whatever.
And a monk. I can be both. Don't be judgmental.
Okay. Anyway, the answer is
Is no.
No.
You're basing my knowledge conscience if I want you to be. I mean, what's the interrogation thing I need to do here? If I really wanted to get deep in, or is he just like is he just a thrall?
If you commit a random crime against a person who's literally done nothing wrong,
you can
It is
We will
not
abandon
random. It is deliberate.
you can talk to this person. He's just very stoic. He doesn't move a lot. He kind of like
Better.
looks. He like moves his
About
eyes around.
refugees in tow.
So
You
it's
do
more
have
of an,
your refugees in tow. Yes.
so it's more of an intimidation check.
So yeah, we're a sympathetic group with our adorable urchins.
Are you going to try to intimidate this person?
Oh, I mean, if it's an option to see why the fuck he gave a bunch of gold to some person spouting nonsense, sure.
Oh, he's hassling like the
If he's gonna do the
Ricardo.
Blaine thing, I'm gonna try and get these kids to safety
Okay.
and my
yeah,
safety.
after I failed
It's a
to do
great
this, I
idea.
start to walk away. If you'd like to you go ahead.
Okay, so you're
Someone
harassing
just
the,
said like 8 random words and
You're
gave him a
harassing
bunch
the
of gold,
guard or
and
the
they
turban dude?
said
Which
no,
one?
nothing happened. I don't understand what's going on. You know what? You're right. Get the children out of sight. But I really want to know the fuck just happened.
But Chase, which
I
happened
want to know
transaction?
too.
Which
But I
happened
don't think
transaction
beating up
you
a
have?
random civilian.
Hey, who said anything about beating up? This is intimidation. It's
You?
a different thing.
You did.
Literally said beat him up.
I
you're right.
asked.
I want the
I
mugger
asked-
guy. Is what you said.
And then you asked, "Hey, can I beat this guy up?"
I also said,
I guess that is.
You
I
also
guess that
said you
can
were
be
kind of the
intimidation.
you also kind of said you were the lying police, but I guess that's not how I interpreted it.
That's it's not. Yeah, I mean, monks don't really
All cops are
appreciate
bad.
people
All
lying.
cops are liars.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
Chase, honestly, serious question. Like, which are you interrogating? Turban guy or the guy that gave him stuff?
Sherman guy.
Okay.
He's the guy who gave him stuff, or gave.
No, the other
the-
guy
the
gave
guy
stuff
stuff.
to Turban guy, right?
What? Wait, what did he give? I
John,
think- I
Turban
thought he-
guy gave him the gold, right?
Turban guy gave him the gold. Yep. So
Oh.
Turban guy produced the gold
Yeah.
after. the
Okay.
war.
Really, if
Yeah.
you wanted the gold, Chase's first idea of mugging the guy with the gold was the best idea. He probably was fast enough in like a shape like he
No, no,
really
no, no,
probably
no.
could have gotten
Sorry,
away
sorry.
with that gold.
No, that's a misunderstanding. My first impression was to talk to the guy who gave the gold out.
Yeah, that's the Turban guy. He
Yeah.
produced
That's
the gold.
that's the guy I want to question.
Yep.
The guy
Okay.
who gave the gold to people for a string of random words.
Have
who
we
does not
toned
recall
it
any of
down
those.
from intimidate to question? You're just gonna talk to this guy?
Asking him about
Yeah,
Can I
we
beat
can
the
try
shit out of him? Alright, I
questioning
got a
this
couple
guy.
questions.
I mean, Helen tried that, didn't work so well, so we're gonna go forward with
hard.
that.
What would you like to ask the man in the yellow turban?
A guy just spewed a bunch of random words to you. Why'd you give him a bunch of gold, bro?
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
See, this is where intimidation comes in. Fair?
If you want to, all right. Our
I mean,
Don Sorgo and Helen are not here, right?
are they not?
that's right. We've walked on because this guy was like
Wow.
interesting, but we're trying to save some civilians. So
I mean, you could still say to civilians and figure out why the hell this guy is being all shady and shit.
it's just like it's interesting, but not motivating.
You know,
Frask is interested in what
Helen's
Blaine
whole
is doing.
thing for giving
So-
us out, like leading us through the desert without healing or like taking a moment to even get 30 minutes worth of rest was the fact that it was interesting.
Blaine, roll me your intimidation check.
Frask is
fair.
also going
Well,
to
we're also
hang
have to
out
follow our guy if
nearby,
we're gonna make it.
and so
How
Frask's
about that?
presence can
Hey,
add
look
to the
at that roll.
intimidation.
How about that?
How do you intimidate him?
Just as I said, do I need to make myself bigger? I can.
I'll assume is Frask helping with this?
Yes.
Let's-
What you will see is the man will take off his. He will actually stand up. He will take off his yellow turban,
Oh.
and
I
he
didn't want
will.
to see that. I didn't want to see that.
It will. He has hair.
Voldemort!
He has
Voldemort!
hair under. It's black, long hair under his yellow turban, and it will begin to spiral out of his hand as it begins by itself to kind of fly away. It begins like as a banner into the sky, like a yellow snake will just like leave, and he will like bow to you a little bit, and he will return into his hut.
No. That does not answer my question.
As the law requires.
I mean, this is why we may need to resort to violence. I intimidated him, and he said, "Bye-bye," and that was it. Like,
I think that
he's
means
like,
you
watch my turban.
Blaine
that's all
lad, I
got."
think that means you didn't intimidate him.
No, I did. It's 21.
He
So,
walked away. I don't think
Helen-
he seemed very
Helen-
intimidated.
Helen, your passive perception, you'd see
I don't know
this
what
like
21 you're talking about. Is.
it's this bright yellow piece of fabric, and it is snaking through the air. And it goes a little bit, and then it kind of winds its
Can I
way
get an Arcana
into.
check for what the fuck that is?
Yeah.
Sure. That seems to be a magical turban, bro.
Magical turban. Okay.
Grab it.
Anyway,
Grab it.
what you're saying,
Grab the
John?
magic.
Yeah, and it snakes its way like back down into somewhere in the bone gate, ahead of you.
Okay.
But Blaine, when you go and you grab this guy by the collar, he turns around, and you say like, "What about the words?" And he says, "Have we met? I'm sorry. I'm a fishmonger. I don't. Have you also had?
You're not even close to any like
Getting Stardew Valley
reasonable
things
fishing
instead of D&D.
locations. How could you be a fishmonger?
He's like, that is a little confusing. I'm sorry, it's a bit foggy. Have we met before?
Okay, you're toad sus. Let's flip him over on his back, tie him up. This is gonna be one of the thralls if we don't get an answer.
The crime of you not minding your business is.
I mean, he may be thralled already. So what's
Let's
the
just
harm
murder
in thralling?
everyone then.
No, what's the
All
thrall?
the thralls.
What's the harm in thralling?
He's not
another-
murdering him. He's just threatening to
Yeah,
enslave
bro.
him.
Let's murder
What's the
him.
harm in thralling another thrall?
See, if Dunstorger were there, he would be smiting you. Again.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think Blaine is alone.
Blake, yeah,
Blaine will absolutely take this guy in front of Don Sorgo and Helen and be like, "This guy says he doesn't know anything about the shit that happened."
In
And
the
then-
bone. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So are
I
you
don't know
calling?
what shit happened either.
I mean, that's why Blaine will obviously.
Blair,
explain-
Blair, I think you're on the wrong
Assaulting
track
this
here, lad.
man,
We're gonna cut.
And
We're
then
gonna-
you're bringing it to the two, for sure, good characters and being like, "This guy lied to me, so I punched him a bunch."
No.
We're gonna
He
cut.
lied. I intimidated.
We're gonna
he-
cut to
he
Helen and
continued.
Dunsargo, who are with the
Yeah,
the
as we're
children.
escorting the refugees.
Yep. And as you're walking down the street, you don't really know what you're looking for until you pass in front of a tavern, and the adult refugee kind of gives you a sly motion, like in the
Sly.
tavern, like it's like
Okay.
in there.
Alright, we will slyly work our way in.
So the thing about it has those double doors, right? That you push open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except there's two of them. There's like a small one for regular sized people, and then there's a big one like a big one for
And
big
I
people.
probably have to just kind of meekly go under them. Not ideal.
And as you walk in,
Oh,
this is straight. This is like the straight like Tatooine. The cantina. There's a lot of shady individuals here, but the dominating figure at the back of the canteen is the largest, most corpulent toad man you have ever seen in your life. It is a
Oh my gosh, he's huge.
Does
Oh,
Frask see
he's
him?
less huge.
if you go in there, yeah, you
Please-
definitely do. He
Please,
is
please tell me that's the scale.
enormous. It's not to scale. Let me make it to scale.
God,
This is a bar. Is that we're going in?
This would be to
He's
scale.
bigger-
Yeah, like
he's
in the
bigger than
the
4
back
bars. It's
takes.
fine.
Well, okay, all right. You're bigger than a bar
Maybe
at the
8
moment.
bars.
Yeah,
I know. Or huge. It's fine.
I'm gonna spit some bugs.
Okay.
Easily, easily a large creature.
That art is amazing. When Frask sees it, Frask immediately gets more tense than any of you have ever seen him.
How many tongue flips do you
Frask
give?
hisses a low,
That's like-
angry hiss.
That's like 16. Flicks.
And Helen, your passive, I think, would see in the back in a shaft of light between 2 rafters, the yellow turban just folds itself kind of on a table in the back.
So it'll all come to pass when I bring this guy in.
When I bring this innocent man into justice.
This guilty, lying motherfishmonger into justice.
After all, he could be lots of things.
Blake, the
Or
broken,
he is those things. And he's called
the broken window cop of Alto.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Sure.
Um,
Why not?
Great. So there's a toad man and the refugees. The toad person? Woman?
It's hard to tell. It's a big toad person.
Yeah.
This place serves abominations.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot you don't like the.
That's maybe.
Maybe it might be worth waiting outside to make sure that no more abominations come in while we're.
And it might be more that it's owned by abominations and serving them.
Then we shall burn it to the ground.
Oh my!
Later.
One thing at a time, but I'm not opposed. We'll get back to you.
Frask does not leave the doorway. He is very edgy and twitchy.
And to be fair, one of my
Did
flaws
Frask
is
lick a
that
bad toad
I
once?
assume people. are
Frask's
pretty-
tribe was killed by a frog hemeth and
Cheat
a
me.
bunch of frog people. In the
Frog
jungle
hemeth is a
of Chult.
thing? Oh boy.
Yes.
Frog hemeth?
Is that what this is?
No, but it's a large
No.
frog. It's it is in the amphibian family, and Frask
Oh,
hates
those are fun
amphibians.
looking. I like those guys.
So-
They're cute.
Wait.
All right, guys. I've solved the mystery of the coded words.
Mhm.
Hold on
Do tell.
to your seats.
Drink more
This
Ovaltine.
is if you take the first letters, it is
I already did that.
it's
Ruith.
that, and
All right,
then
I'm already that far.
if you rotate it by 14 characters,
Okay,
you
Nick
see
Cage.
fish habitat, and that is the
A fish habitat.
Fish
gotta go to the
versus
sea.
bat. A bad AT-AT? So it's
Oh,
a fish
no,
fighting a bad AT-AT.
Five
Are you saying
five
fish bait?
fishes battling at where though?
no.
Where is
we
the
have
fight?
to Email fish
The V, the V.
at
The Latin mod.
gmail.com, and we will find our villain.
And so you emailed Fichette.
Sorry. What do the
Maybe it was
refugees
Hotmail.
do at this bar?
What was that, Helen?
What do the refugees do when we walk into this bar?
So as you walk in, they kind of motion you kind of to the back, and one will say, "You'd be smuggled.
Hmm?
Take us to the Sword Coast. The Sword Coast. Go."
If they're telling
I don't know
they're
if that helps.
somebody else or the frog. That's why I don't quite.
They're motioning to like the back because it's essentially just a bar. It's a tavern that many you've seen before, but like there's a little like a small. It's not a divider, but like the room kind of separates. It like the step goes up a bit, and it's like the back of the bar, and that's where this guy is. And they're
Right.
like,
The place where you buy the ticket to the Chinatown bus. Is,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know where to go from here.
I don't either.
Does anyone else?
You are-
Besides Brask's.
I don't know why we're here in the first place.
Refugees. The refugees seem to know where they were going, right? Do they?
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
they're
bringing
motioning
in.
at the toad guy. They're like,
I'm absolutely bringing in the guy who
Okay.
lied to
Sorry.
me.
I thought the NPCs were asking somebody to take them to the sword coast.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. I'll just keep following them, I guess.
Yeah.
All the way to the Sword Coast. All right.
okay.
Yeah, I think you hit a dead end here, Blade.
Yeah. Can you re-roll the campaign, please?
So I will say, oh man, I do want to leave it on a cliffhanger. So here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, cliffhanging me.
Helen and Don Sorgo go up with the refugees, and the big toad person says, "Kuto stoi prejdemnia."
That is
And
so helpful.
one of the other people, like sitting next to him, says, "Who stands before me?"
Oh, it is I, Don Sorgo de Aleppo. As if he should know who that is.
They say, "Kochetia," and the other person says, "What do you want?"
We have rescued these three, and they wished to see you. So we have escorted them here under our protection.
Ichegotkia. What do they want?
Excellent question. I will.
Passage to the sword coast.
Never asked them that.
Passage to the Sword Coast.
That's what they said they wanted, right?
I don't know. Well,
Done.
I'll let them talk. Yeah.
Yeah, they did just want passage, like safe, secure
Yeah.
passage to the Sword Coast. His like huge head, kind of like he like looks and he looks, and his body kind of like shakes when he like moves his head. He says, "To beji chukzola za discernte prejasia." Says, it'll be 80 gold for discreet passage
That's cheaper than your sending spell.
Yeah, no kidding.
per item.
Oh.
Oh.
That's not quite as cheap.
Hmm.
Almost as expensive.
And then it says, "Chuprjaj zye nirokajam ja." And they say, "You could sell them for slaves for 100."
Wait, what?
You're not here.
No, what was that
You
translation?
can sell them as slaves for 100.
That's not really the deal we're
Ass.
looking for.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
Is that really the going rate around here, though?
I mean, what did Alex and Don Sorgo say to this?
Alex and Don Sorgo, the two characters. Well, that's not. Don Sorgo, That's quite a steep price.
Yeah. Like I said, I have 9.
Yeah,
I would assume they don't have anything.
They are dead.
I'm not sure we have 240 gold between us.
Only like
I started with 500 because I didn't spend hardly any of mine.
Yeah, I've got gold.
diamond.
Actually, Frask has a ridiculous amount, but he's not.
Why are
giving
we paying gold?
Jags.
Yeah, Blake has plenty of
Refugees.
gold. actually.
Oh,
Refugees
but
need
I
passage.
thought he was offering to buy them. Okay.
Well, he's
Also
he's
that.
offering to
He is
coyote them
offering
for
to buy
200
them.
He's offering to coyote them for 240 gold, or to sell them, or to
All
buy
right,
them.
yeah, I can help
Hold on,
cover
hold
that.
on, hold on. Guys, just throwing this out there in the meta. We need people to replace the people on the ship. We have these people who
I
need a
already
place
threw that
to
out.
be. Okay.
It didn't work, apparently, in their ethical values.
We can even say, hey, we
I
have a
mean-
ship for you.
Yeah, that was the whole idea.
No, I don't trust the ship.
ethically,
The
they
ship
did not
fucked me
agree with
over. I'm
that.
not putting people under its influence.
They
Okay.
want to let the
At least unless they sign up willingly.
scholars take their role.
These
on
are
the ship.
children. I'm not doing that to children.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you
But
get a better longevity out of the
This
whole
this
lifetime,
big
but all
toad
right.
man says he kind of chuckles a bit. This is a deep chuckle. It reverberates through the room. It goes like, Cheers, Nigochawak. And
This is
says,
classic Java.
are
Salacious.
you willing to
Bib Fortuna
negotiate?
says.
This is where one of us pulls out a thermal detonator, right?
I mean, yeah.
They have our friend in Carbonite.
I mean, you joke about how justice delegations, but this is where it happens.
No, this guy's named Haba the Jet. He's a
Original character,
Yeah.
like Ricky Rouse or Monel Muck.
I think we can try to come to an arrangement.
Janam
Really?
Puigno
We
Shmoka.
negotiate.
And he says, I know of a certain dragon. And
Nope.
that's where we're gonna end it.
Not
tonight.
the dragon.
It's the same dragon. It's the same dragon.
I'm telling you,
Same
everything
green dragon
evil
with the
is
goat head.
associated with frogs. Dragons are associated with frogs.
I mean, so are
I think
lizard
only
folk,
Frask
but
would argue
don't
that.
don't get too obsessed with that.
Frogs connect all that is bad. Alright.
All right, folks. That was a brilliant session. I'm glad I could throw like the moral quandaries at you. Finally.
Thanks.
I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll have you on for the next one.
What
I mean,
Alright.
we didn't die, so good job, everybody.
does?
Recording ended. Stream still going.
Thanks. All right.
I
Wait,
am
what?
going to now play some Gunfire Reborn with Josh and Skippy.
Yep. Didn't hear that.
Hi, Dan.
It is up to chat if they want me to stream that or not. I need to take a quick break before I decide if I'm going to stream it or just play it for fun. I might not be very good at acting and like responding to chat because it'll be multiplayer, but they're welcome to watch us play a game that we love.
Cool. I'm just gonna stop watching your stream then. There you go. Boop.
No worries. Thanks,
One
thanks so
less
much, guys.
streamer. All right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Alright. Oh,
No.
actually, I think I'll have to stop my stream anyway to get my webcam reconnected, so the stream will be ending whether I restream in a few minutes or not.
Cool.
So it sounds like we're having some